Everybody's talking like, are they going live?
All right, we're live.
Finally, what is going on? We got like 50 people in the chat waiting right now.
Talking about an attention whore. Come on, geez.
I don't waste my time backstage. If I'm not live, I'm just getting out of here.
People just need, the public needs Tyler.
I'm just because you never know if I'm live. Maybe I'll win another box or something like.
My focus is Caliber Presents #1. That's my focus.
That's mine too. All of a sudden.
Don't bid on the same thing.
What is this coming? It's like an hour or so, right?
I don't know. I don't know which listing you're looking at.
I think that's the one. I've never even seen it, but I just have a feeling like I'm gonna really like the Crow.
Yeah, you're gonna really love the feeling it gives you to have that copy.
Yeah.
Never to read it, just the fact that you snatched it from my hands is
pulled it up in every live stream.
And one's not enough. Once you get one, you need another.
Yeah. Like the Cardboard Crazies version of Punisher 2099.
But I've never read it or seen it.
No, and don't care. You can care less about it.
Oh no, I care now. All of a sudden.
You're killing me. It just came over me as he put his bid in that I should also be interested in this book.
With each successive bid, I get more and more pleasure.
I'm going to share it in a few group chats. Like, hey, look how good this deal is. Everyone go check it out.
This week's hot spec. Comic Time 101.
For some reason, all these books sold this week.
What is it? Whack. I'm reading everyone's names here. Oh, well, Whack, Kicks, and Glass. Oh, I like that. I did Roscoe's Kicks and comic books. So
yeah, we have to homage Nick.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't homage Nick.
No. I'm not even sure if I know how to do that.
I can do that.
I'm not sure if I want to let him homage me.
There we go.
What's everyone reading right now? What's everyone's favorite book right now?
What?
Favorite book?
Favorite current book?
By the Horns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Caught me off guard. It's about this person who gets her significant other gets killed by unicorns, and then she goes on a quest to kill unicorns and ends up teaming up with a unicorn. It's very it's a good story. I don't know how else to put it.
I'm loving Barbaric. What's up, Remy?
Yeah, Barbaric. Oh, Roscoe, check out my Instagram. I did a live reading of Barbaric 1. And I got the creators actually reached out to me and said that they really liked my rendition.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, that's so dope. Yeah, I'm loving Barbaric. What's this guy
doing?
What's this guy doing?
Remy Q.
Remy Q, baby. What's up, everybody?
What's up, bro?
Dude, Remy.
Now that we're done with that whole Legion business.
Yeah.
Miserable. That guy.
This is so different over here. You can just feel how different it is.
It's a whole different thing over here.
Just a whole
literally vibe. The biggest thing I can tell is no one has the first appearance of the Crow over here.
This is just like
the biggest difference. Until like an hour from now when I have
it. I may or may not already have a copy.
I don't think you do. All these listings still say unsold.
Just buy them all up and then sell them to Nick for less than what he originally would have paid for it.
Be really nice. Just send it to him.
You can only hope.
Nick, he did the same thing with me when I was trying to talk to Austin about commission.
Oh no! Nobody can have Austin.
Like he straight up was like, Austin, any price he gives you, I'll pay $50 more. I was like, all right, Austin, I want book that says "Whack Comics Sucks" with a picture of Tyler on a toilet, like all this stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll buy that." And I was like, "Come on, man."
That would not be the way to make me not want it. That's the worst thing you can offer.
The more heinous it is, the more desirable.
Yeah.
It's just it was like I don't even remember how we got there, but you basically pulled the infinity plus one of whatever you say, and I was like, "Damn it, I can't win."
Infinity plus one. God, I haven't done that in a couple years now.
Well, guess what? You did it a couple weeks ago.
Just moved to Arizona already. I mean, Jesus.
I'm still trying to get him to come to Indiana. Indiana's the place to be.
What's really going to drive everybody crazy is when they realize that Tyler's actually in the suit that's behind Austin this whole time. He's been back there, just standing. I stand so still, you can't even see me. Like that's what he is.
I heard he's going to be his new gardener. That's what I heard.
He just works for art commissions. He's like,
all of a sudden, I really want to be a gardener.
Tyler's out there like cleaning pools and everything, and then Austin just scribbles something on paper. Here you go. Here's your payment for the day.
Be gone.
Yes. I drew a picture of you cooking my breakfast. Here.
Oh man,
That's funny.
Daggone it.
Funny, but somehow still rings true.
Yeah, relatable.
and what are you expecting? How many more pieces, Tyler?
I won one last night, and I had one already commissioned.
Oh, did you win? You won the Burke box?
Yeah, I
Congrats.
won the Burke box. Yep.
I missed it. I
Finally. I finally got the win.
Yeah, it's been a whole 2.5 weeks he's been on.
Finally.
Well, we know Nick's going to win DJs, so what's next?
Yeah, that's true.
When is he doing that giveaway? And if there's anybody who's going to win anything from DJ Part 2,
Yeah, it's Remy.
it'll be Remy.
Definitely.
No, I've already won. I won the best friend I was always looking for.
Right.
And Nick, you're in there too. I don't know what it is about these Brooklyn guys, but damn. I love y'all. It's crazy.
But yeah. Hey,
The art that I sold at C3 went to a guy in Brooklyn. I was like, I don't know what this is, but these guys are amazing. Well, I just grew up in the wrong state. That's all.
I just say something in the water.
Big
is
fan of
Austin
Jersey.
from Brooklyn or is he or is he Long Island?
He's from Jersey, I think.
I thought Austin
Okay.
was somewhere on the island. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Again, where is that guy? Late to the stream. Or maybe he just doesn't like me.
Yeah.
I would definitely take it personally.
Oh, Mark's getting off. Everyone's going to Nick's. I'll catch him later.
See you next Friday, guys.
I got to work on all these extra prints for Tyler.
Hey, no one's yelling at Chip. He won the
Yeah, Chip did come strong for that
yeah.
Department of Truth.
He said he was going over my next bid, so I had no chance. I shouldn't have even kept bidding.
That was for a great cause, though, and that was
I like
exciting to
watching
watch. I got to be honest, that was exciting to watch.
It was.
I like watching the auctions
makes it-
that everybody's in and determining who's the richest. Like I judge all of you.
Ouch.
I keep a notebook. What everyone's paying on auctions.
Good thing I picked up your ring then. Jeez. I'll
It's
wear
a
it
tough,
every day, sir.
right. It's a tough thing though when being in an auction with somebody you know and like, because there's that fine line of wanting to give the guy fair market value and then not
Beating
having the
your
other guy
friend.
pay too much.
Yeah.
He's not outside the glove.
Yeah, I've had that happen on a couple auctions where I just was like, yeah, I can't bet against DJ or somebody, you know.
I
Like,
don't get you guys. Like I go to an auction down here and like all my friends go there too, and we purposely upbid each other.
just to be points, because that's ball busting does.
There he is.
Gentlemen,
So like this auction that's ending in 1 hour and 1 minute, I don't know who I'm bidding against, so I got to go pretty.
Yeah, you do.
Austin, we were
You do now.
just talking about how Tyler is your second employer.
yeah, Tyler doesn't actually own any of that artwork. It's all marketing and PR.
I
You're saying you
love
get the deal on
Austin's
it.
work. I love it so much. Yeah.
Well, you
I
have
don't
all of
believe
it.
It's an
Is,
acting. It's all an act to get other people
You need to start
excited about
IG
his art.
videos about how owning Austin's art has made you a better person, like I did for DJ's membership.
Day 137 of owning Austin's art.
So, is the next print going to be Something is Killing the Whack? Like the Something is Killing the Children homage with just the two of them, you know, in the bottom
Just me.
corner.
Just me standing there with my hand up.
Something is
Every
Killing
And
the Whack.
I've been
Well, you
getting
know
a
what
lot
would
of
be
messages on Instagram. Everybody wants me to do something with Shredder now, but I'll tell you what, I'm getting a little bit over Turtles. I've done a lot of Turtle stuff,
oh yeah.
and I still have 2 Turtles projects that I'm doing commissions for.
Do you have something in mind then for your next one?
Yeah.
No,
No.
nope, not yet.
Awesome. Sounds
how about-
awesome.
How about
Put me down for
dragons?
2.
Put me down for all of them.
What I would think
And whenever Remy wants, I'll put 50 on top, and I want.
You got it.
Ridiculous.
Infinity plus 1.
what would be a great next project is doing an ASM 316 cover
Nah.
with Lee holding Tyler, like Lee in the Venom spot and Tyler in the Spidey spot.
What if you could sell 50 of those? That would be amazing. That would be
I
insane.
think that would work.
There's no
next time
way.
you guys do a 24-hour marathon, why not?
There's definitely enough whack fans that would want to buy that. That for sure that would work.
I don't know. That would be crazy.
Just the people who want to see Tyler getting strangled, I think.
In fact, Austin, just do 25 of them. I'll bid on all of them, and then Tyler will have to buy all of them for $50 more.
The Department
there you
of
go.
Whack.
That's unfair to me, though.
I'm pretty sure Tyler's wife would probably want that if he's getting strangled on the cover.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, my first wife.
She's like, do it. No.
My first wife.
Yeah, maybe my first wife.
Oh, Remy left.
He couldn't hang with Tyler and kept outbidding him. So
I
he's
I
like,
grossly-
enough of this.
underestimated how funny Remy is. Like I was, oh man.
Whatever. If you haven't met him in real life and like hung out with him while he's
And
drinking,
gay bar.
yeah, a gay bar. That shit is hilarious. It's okay. We were together.
That makes it all right. That's fine.
Yeah.
I love how you came to the realization. It's like, why is there not a female bartender in here?
Yeah, it's the first thing I came to in a college town. I'm like, why are all these dudes wearing really tight shirts and pants? What is going on here?
It's the style.
Why'd that guy take his shirt off and dancing on the bar and his junk is hitting me in the face? This is all strange.
And then, like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
as I'm going through this, I literally looked at her and I was like, I think this is a gay bar. The only thing that's missing is the disco ball. And Remy sure as shit went, there it is. Disco ball. Oh, my Lord.
Oh my god.
He's back. Remy's back.
Funds with stereotypes.
Oh heck yeah!
Sorry
Hey,
about
Remy,
that, everybody.
You missed all the compliments we just gave you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were, but I appreciate it.
I was just saying how funny you were. Like,
Oh.
legitimately are. Like, I underestimated how funny you are.
I think you should talk to my wife about that because she thinks I'm annoying. So
It's okay. I get the same thing too. I don't listen to her.
That's what makes it funny.
If she thought you were funny, it wouldn't be as funny.
She thought I was funny. I think I was 17 or 18 at the time.
Tricked her. Got her.
Tricked her. I roped her in, and then after that, she realized not so funny anymore.
Yep. Too late. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh man, this is just annoying. Well, too late. Gotcha. No.
Gotcha. Tricked you,
No,
and
no,
now
no,
we
no.
have kids.
Yeah.
Let's complicate it even more. You'll never get rid of me.
Yeah. How funny do I look now?
Just kidding. If she wanted to leave and take the kids with her, I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it. That scenario works in my life. Trust
This is
me.
on stream forever.
Yes, that's fine. She would say the same thing. If Angel was on here and she was like, if he wanted to leave and take the kids with him, I'm cool with it. Like, we've agreed. That's it may be a battle on who gets them, like who gets stuck with them.
And to the lawyers watching this, I do not give permission to use my case in court.
Yeah, right.
Oh gosh, if lawyers ever watch this stuff, I'm in trouble.
But,
I'm actually hoping they do. I hope they think I'm just some drunk that's violent with chainsaws and guns and everything else. Like,
Oh my
yes, I cannot be trusted.
This guy has a major Nerf collection. This is weird.
Oh, we had to bring up the Nerf guns.
There's something wrong with this man. Look at this collection of Nerf guns.
Yeah, Nerf guns are probably the least of anybody's worries when it comes to that
I was
guy.
gonna say that just means that they're going to be like, "Oh, the kids would love to play with that," and then I'll have to show them how dangerous these actually are. Like
So
a
who
Nerf
picked
dart
up-
that'll break glass. That is that's not safe to shoot at a child.
does that exist?
Joe can make
Probably not breaking
You can
glass.
make a
but
Nerf
pretty
gun break
pretty
glass.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a few that have some gusto to them.
I was say my son's all grown up, and I haven't played with a Nerf gun in like 15 years. But I know they've made advancements in the technology of Nerf.
I got into it deep, probably about a year and a half ago, and started picking up like some blasters, and then it was like, how can we change the? It was Pocan Joe. Like I was like, how can I make this better?
Yeah.
Like how do I make this more adult so it's less
Straight up
childlike?
Tim Allen.
And that's what-
That should be your next project, Joe. Break glass.
Yeah, we're
with
going to build a
Nerf
gun next year.
Did your
Out of what?
Arrow video get taken down? or
Metal.
did they-
That's what guns are made out of.
Oh, you're gonna make it out of, I didn't know if you were gonna do it out of something like wood or comic books.
No, we're going to make a gun.
It's a new whack hack right
A
there.
real gun. How boring is that? It's just gonna be a real regular gun.
I'll paint it to make it look like Deadpool's gun. Does that make it more exciting?
Yeah, that's better. That's definitely better.
yeah the Rob Liefeld edition of a gun.
2 left feet and really big biceps.
Did your Arrow video get taken down, or did they accept your?
They just don't promote it. It's
Oh,
you have
okay.
to physically search for it. It will not come up as an automatic, on the sidebar there.
Got it. Okay.
That one won't happen. You got to physically search for it, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I'm not on YouTube to make 1,000 subscribers. I'm here so when my family dumps my old ass to an old folks home, I'll have something to watch to reminisce when I have dementia.
Who's this?
Remember
young
when I-
whippersnapper?
chiseled away at that block of granite for 3 months trying to make it square. I could have used the wet saw and got it done in 10 minutes, but I decided
right.
chiseling it with my hands would work.
Hey, so did you do 10 questions already, Joe? You did 10 questions already, right?
No, I haven't done with Small Town Collectibles. No, I did 7.5 with Scott Brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm thinking that answer you just gave is probably going to be the most prolific answer for the first question. Or he asked you what got you into YouTube.
Yeah, right.
That's a
I'm
good
giving the
answer.
best answer ever.
I don't think I've ever heard it put that way before.
I'm just saying. Seriously, if there was like 10,000 people that thought that my content was good, something's wrong with the world. Like, you need to change things.
We just like watching
You need
you
to
work in
rethink
your
your life
garage.
decisions. I'm more of the I'll say something sarcastic, I'll say something funny, and I'll build something really cool. That's my life at this point.
Heck yeah.
Hey, so I have to
Speaking
ask,
of-
did
I'm sorry,
you
go ahead.
do things like this when you were a kid? Like, what did you build when you were a kid?
So I learned blacksmithing when I was a kid because we had a horse farm. So welding, blacksmithing, but it was all towards work. And then when I was in the Army, like guys would buy these really expensive, like G.I. Joe combat knives. And I was like, whatever, dude, I can make one better than that. So we would literally make these little brake drum forges, and I would make my own charcoal on deployments and stuff. And I would bang these knives out. I was popping these jokers off at $250 a pop for these guys. Like everybody loved them because I was making them out of railroad spikes or whatever else.
Wait,
And
did
then
you say you did a brake drum forge?
yeah, forged out of
That's
the brake
cool.
drum.
Okay.
If you ever saw Iron Man 1, that's Joe. He's like
Yeah.
and he's making a suit, and that's him. It's just
And then my job in the Army I had to be creative with different techniques and stuff. So that's where that came from. Good stuff.
Oh, my phone is dying. I'm gonna log off, y'all.
Freaking cool. Yeah.
All right,
I'll
Remy.
check you out in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be in the
See
chat.
you later, Remy. All right. Dang. Y'all got
So
me up
did
to, like,
anybody read
85
that comic
subscribers.
book Pennyworth yet?
No, but I've watched the TV series.
Nobody's
It's the
read that
same
yet?
thing.
No, I could read it next. I just finished Camp PC.
You're not missing anything.
Did you watch the show?
No, TV and me hasn't been working together.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'll check it out though. What's it called?
Pennyworth.
It's Pennyworth. I knew that was
Yeah.
a stupid question right when it came out.
Just, it's on
Oh.
Epix. It's on Epix, EPIX. Just get a free trial. Watch the I think it's like a season and a half that's out right now, and that will make you reread the comic book because the comic book picks up right where the TV series ends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out then.
Yeah, everybody's just saying knock off 007 though for Pennyworth, but
That's
it's more
the vibe
it's more
I
than
was
that.
getting when I read it.
Yeah, it's good. The TV show will make you. It's fun. I like the TV show.
I thought it was just going to be a story about the day in the life of a butler.
Right? I haven't.
How does one become a butler? Like, how do you choose a career as being a butler? But,
Today we're gonna change it up and make eggs Benedict.
what does Master Wayne want today?
There's this
Chalky
British
milk.
YouTuber that I follow who owns a shop in the UK, and he goes, the real thing that bothers me with Alfred is that he's a valet. Like he manages an entire household. He's not just a butler. He's much more than that.
Yeah, he's like super sleuth spy.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is just his origin story. Pennyworth is his origin story in the MI6.
Well, he kind of really fell career-wise, didn't he?
Right? Literally from secret spy to...
If you're an officer in the MI6 and somehow you're, a butler at Wayne Mansion, like
I think it's time for me to go.
You're kind of going really good, and then
well, I just gave up my career of being a super spy so that I could manage a household for a rich person.
right, and then they die, and then you got to raise their kid.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Anyway,
And then you
Other
get into
people's
an
kids,
argument
right,
with
guys?
executives at
this
DC
is me
and they
just
kill you
punching holes through the whole idea of being a 1%er. I'm sorry, but anyways.
off.
But I missed the part where you guys earlier on Mark's channel were talking about cons and people who were canceling out. Have you guys picked up tickets for any of the big ones that are coming? Like, I know collectively we're all talking about most of us are talking about C2E2. Did you guys get tickets or New York Comic Con? Like, what's going on with you guys?
C2E2 is the first con I'll be at in a couple years now.
Yeah. First one I'll be at in like the last 19 years. My whole life.
You've never been to a con at all before?
I've never been to a con.
You're only
For
19
real?
years
You're on
old?
mute.
Wow.
Now, God forbid they cancel. Austin, are you still going?
Yeah. Yep. I'll be there regardless. So, and I'm bringing my family. So I'm really pushing my two nephews into comic books, really strong arming them. So I'm bringing my wife, my brother, my sister-in-law, and their two boys. So we're all going.
Okay. When is
Well-
C2E2? I'm on the West Coast.
December. The second
Okay.
weekend in December, is it
Second.
not?
10th through
Yeah.
the 12th.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw
Yeah.
yesterday that Chris Claremont's going to be there.
Terrific.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's about the only big name so far I've saw.
Yeah. Now, to your point earlier, Nick, I think that, how long and how big it's going to be and how much time is going to be spent there. I don't know if I'm going to waste any time standing in lines to meet anybody.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to hit like the, what do they call it? The retailer floor, run around, just enjoy picking up books and meeting with people. Because it sucks, you're there for 2 days, you drive all the way down there, you're going to spend 6 hours in line to meet somebody for 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, that's not how I'm going to spend my time there.
How big do you think it'll be?
Oh, it's one of the biggest cons in the country.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, are they doing full capacity? Because, like, even San Diego Comic-Con, they're just doing a small percentage in November.
Well, tickets are still on sale, and they've been on sale
Yeah.
since Tuesday. So
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't really care how much the capacity is. I have my ticket, so I'll be in.
Yeah. I hope it's like 50%. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to Ace in Chicago, although obviously it was at a different venue in Chicago. It was up in the Rosemont one. But let me tell you, I've been to quite a few different shows in the Chicago area, like the National Sports Convention, the big sports card one. Those things
cool,
are
yeah.
monstrous. So I'm presuming C2E2 is going to be the same thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, even if half capacity, it's still 12 to 15,000 people
Right.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a big show. And let's be honest, they have the floor space to, even if they were to go half capacity, it's still going to be, you're still going to put 30,000 steps on your phone or whatever it is, however you track yourself. But I'm with Austin. Like, I've done lots of Comic-Cons before. This particular one, there might be one or two people that I'm interested in trying to get autographs from, but I'm going to be going just to try and pick up some of those rare books and basically shake a lot of hands, like to meet a lot of you guys and grab pictures and just have a good time and not to get all sentimental, but like, God damn, I need that border to open so I can make this happen.
Yeah, I was
Right.
just about to ask about that. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you even going to be able to go?
Yeah.
Well, for myself, the Canadian government this week actually is opening the border to American tourists to come up as long as they're fully vaccinated and without having to dealing with tests going either direction. Well, I'm not sure what the U.S. government's going to say about Americans coming back after like a day visit or a weekend visit, whatever. But the American government still has not given clearance for Canadians to come into the United States for short-term visits that way. Now, I can fly in, obviously, if I wanted to, but then I still have to go through quarantining, and then if I fly back into Canada, I have to go through that coming back into Canada, where I would have to quarantine or get a non-rapid test right there. But I am fully vaccinated. But so that's the big thing for me is I need the border to open up to car travel to be able to enter the United States. And I need the powers that be, they're going to be handling C2E2 to recognize the vaccine that I have. I got the AstraZeneca, the British vaccine.
Okay.
I know the United States gave temporary status of three, the Moderna, Pfizer, and the J&J, and for whatever reason, AstraZeneca didn't put in for the temporary clearance. But as long as C2E2 recognizes vaccines that are recognized by the World Health Organization,
Yeah.
that's a 2-part step that I should be able to jump
We can just make
over
a
those
copy of
hurdles.
somebody's card and just make it for you. It's not a problem.
Yeah, so anyone here whose first name is Chris or whatever that wants to lend me their card. But yeah.
The
Hey, I
name
know what we're
shouldn't
doing
really
for
matter,
October
to be
Beaver
honest.
Royal Project. We're going to counterfeit vaccination cards.
You know that's the next big black market thing, right?
Yep. There's no doubt.
But yeah, I got my ticket for C2E2. I got myself just a Saturday pass. I'm probably going to spend Friday traveling from Ontario through Michigan, Indiana, and then into Illinois, and then Sunday will basically, going back. But
Are you cool with Moderna?
am I cool with that? Yeah, sure. Canadian passport with an American
Oh
American
yeah,
card.
that's true. Yeah, that won't work.
Should be fine.
You probably could get it here if you like traveled here. Oh no, because you have to have it to travel. Never mind.
Yeah, but
That'd be
it's-
maybe they won't think about that.
But yeah, there's in the end, whatever happens, right? Like,
Yeah.
if I know the hotel that I booked, they are giving me 24-hour, at least up to 24 hours to give me free cancellation. If somehow the border doesn't open, or if the powers that be at C2E2 don't recognize my vaccination in order to get in, then I'm just out, $150 Canadian kind of thing for the tickets purchased.
That's like this much, right?
Yeah,
That's
like
about
it, right?
You're overdoing it there, Nick. You're overdoing it. Maybe
He's
just
so
a couple,
ready. You're like, hey, check this out.
just a
we
couple of the
have-
brown
we
ones.
Call that a nickel.
Right. We have some
I set
time.
myself up there.
We've got about a little bit less than 4 months before that pops off. So just out and about.
Out and about.
Oot and about.
So you guys know that's a French thing, right? It's that's a French Canadian thing.
Come on, you hoser.
But yeah,
That
yeah.
hockey bag.
Stereotypes are fun.
I'm gonna get going, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day,
Roscoe.
everyone.
You Roscoe.
Have a happy
Take care, my man.
Friday the 13th, everyone. Friday the 13th.
Hakuna
Yeah,
Matata.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace, guys. Have a great one.
Yeah, kind of bouncing off what you're saying, Chris. Like, I'm just excited to start like meeting the people that we've developed these like online friendships with. Like, we have no clue who we are in like real life, but like we put ourselves in front of a camera and we get to like. at
I'm
least-
pretty much the same online. I'm pretty much just a middle-aged alcoholic that reads
I'm
comic books.
completely different.
Not really a whole lot different here.
I'm just curious who's tall and who's short.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so I suggest, it's been a pretty good thing that we do this yearly and that we change
agree.
venues.
Yep.
And I
You
already,
know what?
I already
Sorry, Nick.
suggest that next year we head to Florida for Louis.
Okay.
For MegaCon is down there, is it not?
MegaCon's going, yeah. In fact, that's going on this week.
Right.
Yeah.
And another good con in Michigan is the Motor City Comic Con. That's a big boy too. But,
yeah, but it's Michigan. Nobody's trying to die.
no.
Yeah.
Just
Mars said, "Are you tall, Chris?"
I am tall.
What is tall?
What's tall? Is it
How
American
tall
tall
is
or is it
tall?
Canadian tall?
I'm
In
6'1".
inches, please,
I'm 6'1". Yeah,
In
I'll
meters.
I'll convert it into American
not
for you.
centimeters.
I'm 185 centimeters, but yeah, or 3 stone. No, I'm 6'1".
Oh God,
Six
that's a
one.
stone.
Yeah, well, Tala, you're tall too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot, 6'1".
Oh, so you're not that tall.
No,
Easy now.
I mean, I would never. I always say I'm averagely tall. It's like I'm taller, but I'm pretty averagely tall.
Yeah, because I'm 6 foot. I know Remy's around the same height as we are. I know Dale of Suspense is like 6'3". Slot is like 6'3".
Really?
Really? Slots?
How tall are you, Austin?
Wow.
6'12".
On a good day.
No, I'm only 5'9", 5'10". I'm a regular guy.
We're all regular.
But yeah, those of us who are going to Chicago, we definitely should pick, Saturday night or Friday evening and collectively have one giant dinner together, or
Yeah.
stand outside
I think Chip's
stand
trying to
outside and
get
have a
that
hot
together.
dog or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Chip's trying to get that together already.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
Be
All right.
us.
Well, then Jenny Frizen needs to be
Jenny
there, and Chip
Frizen.
is the one putting it together
Yeah.
She's going to be the one serving us, actually.
Yeah.
and doing free sketches, right?
On the napkins.
Fine, I'll look up tickets.
$95 for the weekend.
That's super cheap. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I may
There's,
end up with some extra passes for C2E2 because I forgot that I filled out for the industry professional passes,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I bought my VIP passes.
Oh,
All right. Well, let me know, Joe. What's it called? I'm used to paying like $350 to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
So I won't know until 21 days if I actually had the professional passes or not, because it takes 21 days to approve it. If I get it, I'll let everybody know. It's not a problem. We'll
Sweet.
figure something out. But I'm keeping the VIP passes because I want to go to the lounge.
Yeah,
Hopefully
there you
they got a bar in there.
Yeah, like I
I
know.
wonder how easy it will be to actually transfer ownership of the tickets, or can you just give them your pass?
That's what I'm thinking. I'll just walk over because I've done it before where I've ordered 2 sets of passes and I've just told somebody that we were bringing with us. I'm like, they're not checking an ID.
I sell passes outside the convention centers most of the time.
oh, you're that scalper. Okay.
No. Like, yeah. No, I'm not. But yeah. Okay.
Where do you live, Kyle?
LA.
Oh, okay.
Los Angeles. I'd have
Why
to
did
figure
I
out
think
how to
you
get
were
to
in the
Chicago.
Midwest someplace?
I've no idea.
That is.
You
the
literally
Midwest,
sent the
isn't
package to my house.
You did.
I think
There's that
maybe-
dementia.
it?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I'm going to go start watching my own channel. That's
Joe's
amazing.
just sitting
I
there
can't
watching
believe
his own channel. This guy can make a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I've been shouting out the ring and the extra books that you threw in. Like you threw in a 1 in 50 Wonder Girl. I was so excited.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good stuff.
Okay.
Like I just don't want to send you a ring because that's an envelope with a.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a super shiny.
Oh.
But yeah, it glows really well. Like no
Good.
joke. Like even with just like my flashlight, it'll glow.
No, that's good.
Joe, did you say you bought the VIP package or you bought a weekend package?
I bought a VIP one.
So what does that consist of? Do you get like front of the line stuff or autographs? Is there a comic book tossed in? Or?
There's like certain ones you do, but the biggest part of it is that there's a lounge you can go hang out in.
Yeah.
There's a coat check. That's really why I get that pass.
Yeah.
That and to hang out with all the other rich people too, so we can
Okay.
stop
Yeah.
among the
Right.
peasants.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not laughing at anyone, you're not having fun.
Right. I'll be the one outside trying to get your attention, saluting you like Joe, like come on, man, look at me, look, Joe.
Kid.
But yeah, it should be a real good time.
Yeah, I like Chicago. Well, I like a little bit of Chicago.
Oh.
Some
It's one of my
parts
favorite cities. I like the fact that it's all set up on a grid, and
Yeah.
they all all the different boroughs call themselves neighborhoods, and like I've been to Chicago 5 or 6 times. It's one of my favorite American cities. And
What is the name of the fast food place that's very popular in Chicago where you can watch them make your food? You know what? It's like a staple there.
Macca's?
Portillo's.
I just usually hit up Giordano's when I'm there. I'll be honest.
I think that's it.
Well, Giordano's is the deep
Yeah.
dish pizza place.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either. Like lasagna.
He just pushes. Yeah, that's not pizza. That's lasagna. Ugh.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. C2E2 is huge.
Yeah, it's crazy huge.
Their
If I would
guest
say, if
list
I'm right,
is like 10 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm right, the last big con to happen before the world shut down was C2E2 in
Yep.
February
Uh-huh.
of last year or whatever it was, and they had like some real big names. I remember Paul Rudd was going to be there. The actor who Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk, he was there. A
Yeah.
bunch of huge comic creators. Frank Miller was there before his world went upside down. And yeah, I thought it was going to be like really, really great. And I thought about going myself, but money is money some days. And I thought,
No, they
okay.
literally print money every day. Like every day of the week, they print that stuff. That's not a problem getting that. I don't know how Canada works. I think maybe like whenever the maple syrup drops, but in America, they print that shit every day.
NSM, but yeah.
They just throw it out the back of the minivan.
Right. Money. You would think that with my job and some of the things I gotta do.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if I think I'm looking forward to more just meeting everyone versus the whole idea of just enjoying, one of the biggest cons in North America.
Well, I wouldn't get your expectations up that high.
I wasn't really talking about you. I was more everyone else. But yeah, as long
I'm
as you're there
about
too,
everybody
Joe.
too.
But yeah.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm just excited to I don't know, have some kind of a semblance of what life used to be.
A simpler time.
Yeah.
I remember back in the days.
Yeah, when I was a kid in like 2010, things were so different.
It's a good time.
I keep forgetting.
What a time to be alive.
2010. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was
elementary school.
Oh wow.
2010. Oh my god.
What was I doing in 2000?
I'll do it. I graduated high school 2010.
So did I.
2010, I retired from the army. Holy crap, I'm old. I'm going to go do whatever I want.
My son was 12.
Like literally, I turned 29 today.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
I already said happy birthday. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I already gave you a birthday gift, so it's done.
Yeah, okay. I don't need anything.
Tyler has a finite number of happy birthdays.
Yeah, that's all I can do. That's the whole day's worth of happy birthdays.
I'll just follow him around on streams and say, "Hey, guess what, guys? Today's my birthday." And then Tyler will look like a jerk for not saying happy birthday.
Yeah, because I already said it once.
Captain Comics does that all the time. Everybody wishes Captain always a happy birthday all the time.
Yeah.
What are you boxing up, Nick? Oh.
I'll be back
Oh,
in a
you
few
sold
guys.
it?
I got a class to teach.
Anything good?
Good one, man.
They're selling like hotcakes.
Yep, I know. That's why I'm packing them up. I noticed them at the LCS I was at yesterday. They had a few copies, and I sold 2 this morning for $30 a piece.
It's first
$30
bisexual
a
Robin.
piece? Jeez.
Is it first bisexual Robin?
Yeah,
Is there something in it that makes him bisexual, or does he just say it?
Yeah, there's actually him bent over a desk.
Easy now.
Whoa!
It's not Black Label.
No, I think the extent of it is some guy asked him if he wants to go on a date, and Robin's like, "Yeah, I think I would like that."
So you didn't read it?
No.
I picked it up for the Red Hood story. That's all I was invested in with Urban Legends.
And
It's actually going for $30. Wow.
No, they go for more than that. I just
Are they?
get rid of them. So they've been going for I think between 35 and 45. I think.
And what, it came out Tuesday, correct?
My God, really?
Wow.
I picked it up yesterday because DC was late to my shop.
What's going to be on the CGC label for that?
I don't know. It's
A flag.
Conclusion of Red Hood story. Because
Wow.
they're wrapping up all the stories and they're trying to get on to the next part of the series, which will have Black Canary. That's why this is a cover. So
Maybe
like
it'll
Black
be
Canary
like a-
is not in this.
Maybe it'll be a disco ball, Tyler.
Just a disco ball in the right hand corner.
No, but from what I understood too, it was under ordered too, so it might be a lower print run.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
everybody they don't want to pay the price. It's an $8 book.
So that's why I didn't want to catch myself in a Batman Fortnite situation where I bought those books for $40 and I still got them. So I was like, let me undercut everybody and just get rid of them. So.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing about the Fortnite ones is that it was a code. And that code has to be used.
And they're coming out with the second part of it too. I don't play Fortnite. I like Apex Legends. But yeah, it's just a skin code. Anything that's exclusive. And like with indie books in general, things will get real hot and then immediately cool down because people don't know what they're doing, and it's too hard to keep up with all the titles.
You see Mark's comment? It's the first Drake docking.
Is it?
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Good for you, Mark.
Yeah, I think that one cooled off too. That one with North Star and the one with Iceman, they cooled off after a while.
Oh man, people have hard feelings about Iceman.
Yeah, because he was such a playboy in the beginning.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, well yeah, he's gay," and then the writers just struggled on how to make a good story without just like screaming to the hilltops that he's gay.
Yep.
Guys, I have a call here in about 12 minutes. If you guys are still around, I'll jump back in a little bit later.
Come on, don't you own the company? Push it.
I gotta run it.
All right,
talk to you soon.
We'll see what goes on. I gotta go to the post office too. So, with North Star, I think it was just in the beginning we were worried about if it was just incest or not.
Yeah.
Crazy Canadian.
What's that do with incense?
With who's his sister? I forget his sister's name.
Oh,
Aurora?
I don't remember either.
Aurora?
Yeah, I think that was his sister's name.
Yeah, that's when they were doing anything they could to try and sell Alpha Flight books at the time.
No, I was a big fan. Still am. Portillo's is the place.
Yeah, we just got a Portillo's here.
Yeah, I'm all about trying that Chicago deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
And there was one place that the lady at CBCS told me about. And Chip was like, nah, that's too commercial of a place. So I'm looking for that hardcore stuff. Pizza, that is.
The mom and pop.
I want to specify that. And I remember a TV show on A&E or something like that about a hot dog place there where the people there insult you as you order.
Oh, shoot.
In Chicago.
There's another one out here called Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, I think
Dick's is a chain, yeah.
Yeah, and they just insult you the entire time.
So
yeah, I've been there. I don't remember what it's called.
I thought you worked there, man. The way that you carry on.
I would have liked to see that dynamic go back and forth.
I'd cuss too much to be there. You're like, you're too good at this, Tyler.
So, I mean, I really think that sleep is going to be at a premium because there's a whole ton of stuff in Chicago I want to see also. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to try to get to a Bulls game. Yeah, I think this was before Wanda and Pietro, though.
Yeah.
And here he comes, Mr. Rob Fat Stacks of Comics.
Yeah. Hello, friends and fiends.
Slab up. I had to feed the dog.
So you guys keep it in your pants till tomorrow, okay?
Hey, Robbie, thank you very much, my man. I just opened this up.
Glad he got up there. All the cool kids are doing it.
I made a quick little video. I'll post it a little bit later this afternoon. But yeah, thanks, man.
No worries. Glad it got to Canada in one piece.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting on my Tumblr.
Yeah, I think the way that shop works is that because they don't come through me, they go direct. They they print like every so often, and then they go, because I got samples that I'm waiting on too for certain things.
See, and I'm gonna leave that come through me.
Yeah, I thought Tyler was gonna jump all over that, but I'm just gonna.
Still
early.
early.
You didn't get a tumbler. You got a pint glass.
Still early.
Which is different. A pint glass is different than a tumbler.
What would I say? I wouldn't say.
I will be right back.
Oh well.
So Rob, we were talking about C2E2 before. Do you have a list? Like, what do you? I'm curious to what everybody's going to be looking for when they're there.
You mean book wise?
Book wise.
I would love to find myself a nice Planet Comics book. That's probably my one thing that I want to look for at the cons and try to be able to negotiate in person. As I'd like to add a Planet Comics to my collection of sci-fi books, but online they're just ridiculous. So I need to be able to work that one like a face-to-face thing. Other than that, I'm just gonna be kind of like fluid and see what. I'm always on the hunt for sub 100 ASMs, and I've got my Batman run I'm working on right now. My sub 350s. Otherwise, it just kind of depends. If I see something that jumps out at me all of a sudden, I'm very impulsive. That and when I see something that strikes me, that's when I decide. It's because a lot of times for me, especially when it comes to like Golden Age stuff and some of the Silver Age stuff, it's really about the cover art to me, and either I like it or I don't like it. And when I do like it, it speaks to me. It's like, oh, I need to have that, and then I become fixated until I acquire it.
So it's not so much about the list of books; it's about the budget you're going to set.
Sure. That's what I'll tell my wife. It's really, I mean, there will be, obviously there's a budget involved in there always, but yeah, I mean, I'm not on the hunt for, I've come to grips with the fact that, and especially since I'm not an X-Men fan, I don't need a GSX-1. I don't need a Hulk 181 or any of that crap. I'm perfectly fine with my facsimile copies. Yeah, nice. Look at you guys. See, there you go.
Yeah, I only had to take it out of the safe. I just had to take it out of the safe to replace the batteries. So
I'm much more interested in some of the mystery and space books I've recently been getting, and this high grade sci-fi stuff, or some of the Flash Gordons and stuff I'm looking at, Buck Rogers books. Those are, Freaky knows what I'm talking about, because he's all about the low budget, because that's how Lou do, and facsimiles are a great way to get it. I do have some big boy books. Obviously, they're some of them are right here, but I don't. There's none that jump out at me right now that are on my list that I'm head hunting. I mean, sure. Would I like to get some of this, ASM 1 through 9? Yeah, exactly. At some point, but I got to finish sending my kids through college before I focus on those. I got one that's a senior, one that's in college, and one that's a senior in high school that I don't know what level of scholarship he's going to have yet before I can know what kind of budget.
Yep, and California, schools in general are not cheap.
Well, I send my kids out of state. So, in state, the California University is not bad if you're an in-state resident. But the problem with it is that the majors are so impacted that you're talking about 5 to 6 years to get out. Whereas there's a Western undergraduate exchange for the Western 14 states where you can go to other state schools at a discounted rate as a resident. So like my son goes to school in Utah, and he pays a reduced rate versus the normal out-of-state rate, which makes it less than going to school in California, even with room and board. And he has a really, really good chance of being done in 4 years, in and out. And on top of that, once he gets out of there, now he's in a region where housing is affordable, and he could get a job out of college and stand up on his own and start his life without being here in California, where it's like, okay, mom, dad, I got to come back and live with you, which is not going to happen.
And all he has to do is become a Mormon and have 6 wives.
No, he doesn't have to do that. Although he's in the right region if he wanted to. No. That's the other nice advantage of sending him to a school like that in those regions. I'll tell you what, it's a dry school, no smoking, no drinking, none of that stuff. He's there. Wow. He's focused on academics. But he's got a great career. Like he's looking at. I mean, my son is studying. He's a criminal justice major with an emphasis in digital defense and cybersecurity and digital forensics. So it's only like a market that's kind of growing. So get good prospects.
Yeah, but I think he's going to have, especially in the IT field, training is going to be for the rest of your life.
Oh no, absolutely. You got to keep up with it, right? If you don't keep up with what you learn, then it's useless. Like me and my Fortran 77. Not a lot of call for me to pull out my Blackbeard editor and get going.
No, not at all.
Unless they need me to talk to like some old spacecraft that's like stuck in space for.
Well, it could be
Voyager.
That was predates Fortran 77. But no, there is that. I mean, that's why they have like my father-in-law. He retired from Lockheed, and they would call him up from time to time, even after he retired, just because the young kids don't know the computer languages to talk to some of those long-term space probes, and they'll call those guys up and say, "Hey, we need to do this," Otherwise, my big list for C2E2 is bourbon and hanging out with people. I got this brilliant idea. I think, since a lot of us are going there together, I really want to get shirts made, black shirts, just white lettering that just says henchman, like the old 60s Batman 66 guys. And then like be walking around in a group just with these henchmen. And every time you like walk by, somebody in cosplay as a villain, walks by, just all of a sudden fall in behind them and just like be walking and following them for all of a sudden.
And
like
jump them.
No, just be following them. And then like somebody in a Batman shirt, and you jump him. But just all of a sudden, like somebody's cosplaying Joker walks by, and all of a sudden, in behind him falls in like 7 people wearing henchman shirts.
That would be pretty funny.
And then we have those guys with the big bam pow sign.
And we can all like just tip our cap to each other as we walk by. Just
it's such a simple. I mean, you just need black pants. All you need is the black shirt. Whether it be short, long sleeve or whatever is what they wear in the thing, and like a bowler hat. That's like it. now you're cosplaying.
And then we can all fall in and do the tut dance like they did at one episode.
Yeah, and that's why I really wanted Louis to be there though, because I really thought that Louis would be great to cosplay like one of those villains and have us all just follow him around.
Yeah, man, and it seems like that list of people going or recognizing that they're going, just growing and growing and growing. Like I know the Burrito Boys will be there.
I didn't know they were going.
Yeah, I know. I think Cole Cole was. He's gonna have a newborn son right around that time. So
get out of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds like the son's first con is going to happen. Good for him.
Yeah, right away.
That's a good one to go to.
Get it out of the way. What are you looking for, Nick?
I just want, I think, some original art, maybe. So I'll see who the artists are. Maybe have him draw. Like I'll bring some sketch covers, maybe. But Silver Surfer 4, maybe.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
It's a good one.
I don't know. It's not going to be Caliper Presents after a few more minutes, though. I tell you that much.
No, I know. I'm about to have that.
Rob, do you have one of those? Caliber Presents 1?
No, I never even heard of it.
One's ending soon.
First Crow?
Huh?
The first app of the Crow?
The Crow.
The movie, Brandon Lee.
The movie.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know the movie The Crow. What about it?
It's the first appearance in comics
Of Brandon Lee's Crow?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's just
James
the
James
Crow.
O'Barr's The Crow.
Well, The Crow's been
Yeah.
in. Oh, okay. So, okay, I see what you're saying. I understand now. Sorry.
Yeah. Like any crow, like the bird.
I only recognize Brandon Lee's Crow.
A Feast of
all
Crows?
the subsequent movies were piles
The
of.
first ever crow in comic books, the bird of the crow.
Great. Oh, good. Actually,
It's insane.
Get back with Boldar.
Yeah, Remy, I think, is looking for that Silver Surfer 4. Or maybe no, I don't think he has it.
That's the Mephisto we're talking about, right?
The Surfer versus Thor cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Rainbow
I'll tell
Bridge
you-
cover.
I'll tell you what I might look out for, just because Remy pissed me off the other day when he busted it out. Is he pulled out a freaking Golden Age Batman, and I don't have one, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look on that case just because I got to one up him.
You got one
I
of
don't know.
those.
Maybe I'll have to get two. I don't know.
Is that the one? Oh, no. Tyler got the camera killer, didn't he? Yeah.
No, that was the one he has.
Oh, that's freaking sweet.
1950 Detective Comics. This
Yeah.
Remy sent me this.
I know. I saw
On
I was like,
accident, I think.
I was like, what the hell? What a guy.
Because I don't know why else he would send me unless it was on accident. Because
Wow.
he's the man.
That's incredible.
That's-
Remy,
yeah.
need my address? That is fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Remy, you want a mug? I'll trade you a mug.
I got one right here, Remy.
No, I don't know. I got more wants than whatever than I could afford. That's why it's easy to just not go in with your mind set on any one thing and just let what's there come to you. You know, go around and take a good survey early on and not get too excited and see what's there and compare and then come back around. I'm gonna go get prepped. You know, I got like August end of this month. I have a local con here, so I'll get reacclimated to the whole concept.
Yeah, there was just a small one by me, and I've actually never really liked cons. I've been to a few. And I'm like, to buy stuff here, really, unless you see that one thing that you never, ever see.
Yeah.
But it's going to be jacked up prices. You're going to get frustrated.
So the first one I went to was the Silicon Valley Comic Con, which is now no longer called Silicon Valley Comic Con. It's now SillyCon, and it's all freaking nothing but maker crap now, thanks to being taken over by the Mythbuster boys. But fortunately, because they've gone so maker focused, a group of comic shops and whatever got together, and they over the same weekend started a separate smaller Comic-Con, and the list of comic creators they have coming to theirs is so long compared to what the big multi-day event is going to go, and it's like only $20 to go to it. So, and that's the VIP passes. Wow. So I'm like super stoked. And so I'll go around that one and I'll take a look and see what's there, but I've had some good luck at some stuff. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff there that's high price, but again, you get a chance to negotiate with them and start to walk away, and especially on day 2 or 3 on a multi-day, or in this case a one-day thing I'll be going to towards the end of the day. It's you can get yourself some good stuff. I mean, that's where I got my first slabs was at Silicon Valley. whatever the hell it is. My first Comic-Con was like getting my first slabs and started me down this horrendous path of hoarding plastic.
Yeah. I actually got news on a disappointing submission today.
Uh-oh. It probably isn't worse than one I got sitting here waiting for me to open this weekend. Because I did peek at it, unfortunately.
What's the news?
Give me 1 second so I can check the price I'm about to pay for this.
All right. I was has it been the hour yet?
Almost.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I was watching a video of a guy who had a bunch of CGCS slabs. And he had them in 9/8, and he sent them to CGC to get them swapped over, and they all came. 70% of them came back as 9/6s.
Yeah, so this submission I sent off was I had Preston Clean. They've been there since April.
Okay. Wow. Jeez. Okay.
That's not bad. I
no,
can
sounds
about
January. Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Tyler, come back. Tyler, what are you doing? You better not be bidding on that same thing, son of a bitch.
You totally know.
Oh
what
wait,
he's doing.
that's he knows what book it is.
Why don't you tell everybody what you're bidding on? We'll all go look.
I don't know. Here, I'll check it out right now. It's way out of my price range, though.
In this submission, I sent off 2 ASM 317s.
Okay.
One came back in 8.0. One came back in 9.4.
No, that's not as bad.
No, that's all right. I don't think I paid much for those, if any. Star Wars Jedi vs. Sith. I was really hoping for a 9.8. Came back 9.6. Hellblazer 1 9.2. Star Wars Tag and Bink 2 1 and 2 9.4 9.2. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 33 9.6, and the Inhyuk League Gwen vs. Carnage 1 that came back 9.8.
I got one of those in my mystery boxes.
Yes, you do.
I'm really digging Star Wars tomorrow.
Shameless plug. Well, let's see. I have. Oops, that's the wrong button.
Nick, are you set up as a business account on eBay?
I don't think I am.
Okay. Because I was about to sell my first book, and I didn't know if I should do business or personal.
No, I would always leave it as personal, yeah.
So, Nick, I can do you one better. So I had got a bunch of early Atom books, and I bought them all from the Flip Mode guys. They were all supposed to be really high grade.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of the 5 books I sent off are coming back sub 6, but one of them's coming back coupon cut out. Green yellow label or green label.
I was just going to say, don't tell me there's pages missing or something.
Nope. Coupon cut out of page 11 does not affect story. Incomplete. It's a green qualified label. Basically a giveaway book at some point.
Sounds like a whack hack now.
That's just a waste.
Yeah.
And that's what I get for not looking through it, because you know what? I trusted these guys and I sent it off to the presser and had the presser do his stuff and came back and
that was quite the intro right there, man.
Oh, did he send you a screenshot of it?
Yeah. All right. Well, you bid that, and we'll see what happens.
Latest bid, Whack Comics.
But going back to what you said, do you think somebody through the processes of pressing and cleaning it would figure out that it was moving a page?
You would have thought. Remy, everyone except for Wonder Woman. He always has a problem with Wonder Woman is the one that's doesn't have the same weakness as everybody else, and he sees as the biggest problem.
No, all he has to do is attack her that one time in a month.
Well, no, what he has to do is go back to the early days of Wonder Woman and tie her up, where she becomes loses all her power when she's in bondage. But
But too, she can just have, she just needs the love of a man nowadays to bring her low.
But yes, Batman is Mr. Contingency.
Yeah, that was in like the 97 run, I think it was. Was it Tower Babel?
For such a great character, they really have tried to screw her up royally over the decades.
Was that our friend EVS who drew that run?
Was it Van Skyler? May have been.
It may have been. I know he did some work then.
All right, here we go.
Claim.
And sniped.
Oh, no.
With 5 seconds left to go, I put one price, the price I'm willing to pay, and if I win it, I win it.
That's how you do it.
All right, you're gonna have to blow it up like right now. 5 seconds just went by. Blow it up. Let us take a look, Nick.
I just bid once. Got it right now.
No, not with that smile.
Got it right now. Yeah, it just went up.
313 now.
Yeah. I got it. See if you top me out at 5 seconds or not.
Blow it up, Nick. Let's take a look.
You can't designate the resources just yet.
I'll splash the pot right now.
Somebody's gonna have to tell me. I'm not watching
Tyler's planning the parade.
Hit refresh.
There we go.
Okay. Oh wow! It went up enough.
It did go up a bunch. I didn't bid. I would never bid on that.
I'm looking at it on my phone. You got to give me a little bit more detail. Like what?
406.
406.
Yeah.
Nick won.
What's the grade?
8.5.
Very nice. Well done, sir. Well done.
Lucky, Nick. You're lucky I let you have it.
All it is is money.
That's right.
I need a bank account.
Again, money I shouldn't be spending, but can't take it with you, right? Can't take
when you're flipping bisexual Robin books, this is what you can get, everybody. Like, good for you, Nick.
Look at it like this, Nick. It just means that you can't go to the barbershop this week.
Hey, well, you know how expensive Mach 5 razors are?
No, because I don't use them.
What do you use to shave your head, though?
Most days, Norelco just keeps on going.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when I do use a blade, I just use some Schick disposable flex blades that flex around your skull, so that way you get a curved blade instead of a straight blade that only on a round head.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but otherwise my Norelco just keeps going. It's easy, right, Chris?
Yeah, I like just taking bare clippers to it myself.
I know.
The whole idea of like running a razor blade over my scalp scares the crap out of me.
No, and at that, well, first of all, obviously there's a lot of people. It's no different than shaving your face with a blade, but except that in my case, if I shave my face with a blade, I'll actually use shaving cream. If I'm shaving my head, I just use water in the lube strip. There's no need for anything else. That's just pansy.
Well, I'm gonna get going, guys. I lost that.
I gotta get ready.
All right, I understand you're bummed, Tyler. It's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll get it eventually. Maybe I'll have Austin draw me a crow.
Yeah, what could have made it even worse is that you probably would have bought it that the money I paid you for the Something is Killing Children books.
What do you mean?
Like the stuff I bought from you, it's essentially buying the book that I want with my money.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been super funny. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and maybe I'll message the seller and tell him I'll go 50 over that.
Cancel the transaction. Savage.
freaky with this.
See you guys.
We're exfoliating. Yeah, that's exactly why you blade every once in a while, at least, is to exfoliate.
Scott, not much longer. I would say I got to run to the post office.
Yeah,
but it'll be for a little bit.
I gotta take off to go get ready to run the asylum. So Nick, thanks for having me, brothers. It was good seeing you. Everyone watching, thanks for doing it. And make sure that you hit that like button for Nick. And see you guys later.
Hey, congrats again on hitting a year. That's a long time, man.
Seriously,
thanks, Nick. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks again for the mug, Rob.
Yeah, no worries, brother. Oh, hey, oh well.
Hey, just kept him tomorrow.
I'll ping him later.
It wasn't EVS. It was Harold Porter drawing the art then.
So there's 14 books that I want to pick up for free comic book day.
14.
Yeah.
Wow. I just want one.
Oh, which one? All right, wait, let me guess. Stray Dogs.
No, I could care less about independent books. You don't watch my channel. ASM. That's the only one I care about.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I've read it already because I got a copy sent to me by Nucadia like 2 weeks ago as one of my free books that I got included in my stuff, but it was a beat up copy, so I'd like to get a nice copy. But not that it's ever going to really have free books don't get a lot of value.
Yeah, the most I've ever seen it is like $10.
Oh no. There's been peaks where, you know, for a while like the stupid virus one was going for a bit, and there's a couple others that go out there. Like right now the Halloween, not the free comic book day, but the Halloween
Hollowfest, something like that.
Yeah, the Hollowfest books that they do that are free or whatever. The one with the reprint of UF4 is some money and stuff like that. So those are more free key books that'll give you, you know, like your dollar books that can get you some great books, you know. And you want to read an Ultimate Fallout 4? That's how I read. I never read my encapsulated copy. I read the Halloween Fest copy, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nope, I think that Enter the House of Slaughter is going to be a big one. We Live will probably be a big one.
Yeah, We Live is amazing storytelling.
I like that some of them are, you know, some of the free books actually lead into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones are kind of cool. The ones that are just, you know, reprints or you know, whatnot.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up both of the Star Wars ones as well because they're continuing the stories, at least for High Republic.
High Republic Adventures.
I'm struggling to read that, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
I like the War of the Bounty Hunters. I'm digging it.
I'm behind on it, so that's I know I've heard some mixed reviews on it, and I'm fine with it. But High Republic has just been a struggle for me for some reason.
I don't like
still pick
High Republic, but I like High Republic Adventures.
Okay, interesting. I've only been getting the incentives on that one. Haven't been getting the A covers.
Yeah, if I were to pick between the two, I'd actually take the IDW.
The one that's for the kids, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, and it's really not, but they're claiming it.
I have this whole problem with it just because it's all the Kathleen Kennedy stuff.
Okay, that's fair. And if you've read the novels,
I haven't read a Star Wars novel since like the Heir to Empire stuff.
They're dense. Oh, okay, good. Heir to Empire.
I you know, when they started, Heir to the Empire was great because when they introduced that, it was like one of the first. There hadn't been a lot of Star Wars books. It was just a couple, and then all of a sudden it became like Star Trek, and there was a billion books, and it's like, okay, I can't read all this and keep up with all this, and reading is not always easy for me. It takes effort, and you know, to sit there and try to get through all that stuff is just really difficult.
Yeah, no, it's time consuming too. I struggle with getting light. My eyes are starting to go bad.
Oh,
because you're up.
Yeah, when I take my reading glasses off and I'm like in the kitchen. The other day I was I've been fighting a cold, and I'm sitting there like trying to I'm going to heat up some soup, and I'm like, reading the can of soup, like, arm's length to read.
Yeah.
Is this one of the ones I have to add water to it, or do I just heat it up as is?
Yeah, I need to get my eyes checked again. These aren't even real glasses. My
He's got props. I love it. Thank you, Drew Carey.
I lost my pair of glasses and I can't find them. These are I want to use these frames for getting
This is I
glasses.
want to be a nerd, but
yeah. Just when we started talking about stuff, I go, yes, I'd like to also give my conjecture.
So you should try that, Nick.
No.
But yeah, I would say High Republic Adventures is way better than High Republic.
Interesting.
And it's just riddled with first appearances.
Have you been doing any of the printed stuff for Star Wars? The other High Republic stuff, like the novels and whatnot?
Oh, yeah. I have 2 out of the 4 that have come out recently.
Yeah, I'm going through the second one now.
Okay.
But the audiobooks, I listen to them before I go to sleep at night.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of audiobooks, to be honest. I like listening to podcasts, and that's why I got into the YouTube thing. I just put it on in the background, and I get to learn from that while I do stuff around the house. So,
intriguing.
Yeah, Edge of Darkness, is that one of them?
No, one is Light of the Jedi was the first one. I forget the name of the second one.
They're all different writers, too, which has been throwing me off.
Are they at least consistent in their characters or storytelling?
Yeah, the first 2, well, the one I'm going through now are the same bunch of characters.
Okay, here, let me grab the 2 that I have and all.
Is it the Rising Storm?
Promiscuous kicks. Ooh, look at him. That'd be fat stacks of kicks.
No, that's
all right. Yeah. Nothing but flops. Ain't no kicks.
Not these days.
Oh, man, Nick, I tell you.
You can't say getting old, Rob. I'm right there with you. But fighting off a cold, huh? It's got to suck this time of the year.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you go out and interact with people for once in your life, and you haven't been doing it for a while. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, bugs. Let me reintroduce you to them.
All right, I know there's 4 of them. I have Into the Dark.
That might be the one I'm at now.
And then this is the one that you already said, Light of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Soule.
And I think there's 2 more. There's one that just came out, and then there's one that's coming out after Free Comic Book Day, because they have the Edge of Balance coming out on tomorrow.
Yeah. The second one I'm doing right now is the Rising Storm.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that I need to get. Okay.
Can I tell you, with the first one, the leader of the Nihilists, the Nile?
Yes.
I wasn't psyched about in the beginning, but the way he turned out, I thought was pretty awesome. Like, he's a real proper bad guy now.
I would say that to answer your question, Rob, the writing is different, but they are keeping it in the same realm. Like there's a consistency.
They're at least following a canon of some sort, and not no.
Oh man, that's the hardest question, because
this is like 1,000-year prequel, right?
Well,
yeah.
No, I understand that concept. They're operating within their own timeline, right?
Yes.
I mean, I fully understand that. But
Okay.
I mean, they're being consistent within that era.
Yes.
They're being consistent with one another across the different.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I understand this. The Star Wars universe is the most stunted, technologically developed universe ever. Because when you look at what we've seen in the Star Wars movies, and you go to this High Republic era 1,000 years prior, which they love to do in video games and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, they're still using lightsabers. They still got the basic droids. They still got the basic ships. And there's some cosmetic changes, but essentially the astromechs have still existed. The protocol droids still exist. It's the same basic thing with just some cosmetic changes. And you're like, wow, technology has really been stunted for 1,000 years because there's nothing significant that has changed
The
in
significant
that time.
thing, the significant thing that came up now is they invented Bacta. So when that Bacta tank, that whole medical gel.
Bacta's newer. Previously, it was Colto.
Yeah, and that came up in the Darth Vader series, I think, right?
Well, Colto was introduced within the High Republic, or back in the stuff with the HK-51, the video games, the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
They start.
That was a cool game.
You had all the stuff with the water world and stuff where they were, where the Colto was done. Colto was later replaced within the Star Wars universe with Bacta, which is more efficient at healing and everything else than Colto was. But so that's like the that's like the technological change, I guess.
I get what you're saying though. Like 1,000 years has passed and like it's still the same stuff.
It's like, look at the Ebon Hawk versus the Millennium Falcon. It's basically the same ship, just a slightly different design. There's still, all trooper armors are like, they're stylistically different. The astromech differences. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And you're just like, oh, wow, they're really stunted. Okay, cool. Even their fashion is pretty much the same.
Yep.
And God, they love their earth tones.
Yeah.
Sure do,
earth tones and robes. I got one more thing to grab.
At least it's not like 1940s or 30s sci-fi where they seem to think that all the men were going to wear utilitarian like kilts and outfits, while all the women were going to be wearing bikinis.
Right. You just made them silver, and that's what's futuristic about.
Exactly.
But here's the reason that when you asked that canon question, I was like, oh, okay, canon. Like, let's talk about canon. So Star Wars, War of the Bounty Hunters, right?
Right.
It should be Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire. Because this is the original story that was between.
But that's not canon because it's
exactly
because that's been thrown out by Disney, right?
Yeah, and that's why when I hear canon, I go,
it's
like the story's
legends. So we can borrow from it, and I like as much as some people like kind of got upset with that. Actually, I was fine with it because I liked the way it was originally explained, which was, look, we're not saying this stuff didn't happen. What we're saying is that this stuff, these are stories that have been like told over time by other people. So it's like when you tell a story, stories change over time if it's not written down, or even when it is written down and it's translated, right? The old let's play telephone, and I tell you a story, then you tell Nick a story, and Nick tells, right?
I see where you're going with that. I can get on board.
Right. So you read the story, and it may be presented this way.
Correct.
That may or may not be exactly what happened, but that's just the story that's been passed down, or in this particular from this storyteller, right? Is how it was originally phrased, explained when they announced this whole thing. And I was fine with that because I was like, that makes sense, because then you could say, yeah, these people existed.
Yep.
Right. I won't get into religious analogies, but you can. But you can. Although Jedi are a very great religious analogy, but you said there's, hey, these people existed and they were great people, or maybe bad people, and they did a lot of things, and some of those exploits may have been exaggerated through the storytelling, or tweaked exactly based on regional needs. So you can come to a point where now today they go, hey, Thrawn, who was introduced in this EU. Now we can bring him into the canon, and we can tell stories that are slightly different or along the way, and it doesn't necessarily negate that these stories would have been told by other people. So,
no, I can totally get on board that this is now a folk tale in the game of telephone. I like that. I can get on board with that. I'm totally
I still wish that I still think that the what was it called? The Luke, when Luke goes Shadow of the Empire? No.
Shadow of the Empire is the Boba Fett.
No. It's the one where Luke becomes the Emperor's apprentice when the Emperor first comes back to life.
Wasn't it Knights of something?
God, I can't believe I can't recall this. But it was like it was the whole kind of impetus that kind of where the Emperor was resurrected into a clone body, which we end up getting now in the newer movies.
And then, did that have anything to do with Exegol?
Exegol wasn't a part of it within that particular series.
Okay.
But the concept of being able to transfer his body from the Force into these clone bodies was there. What I really loved about that series, though, was less about that, but this concept that when Luke falls to the dark side in that series,
yes,
and becomes the apprentice of the Emperor, was it allowed you? It rounded out this beautiful concept that you had these conflicting views or stories from the Emperor and from the dark side and the light side when they're talking about Luke throughout the original movies about it's your destiny to take your father's place and do this.
Yeah, the flashbacks
and it's
cool.
like it allows you to say they could see in their Force when they were looking through the Force in the future, they could only see what they wanted to see. Necessarily, right? And so the Emperor wanted to see this. He would see this piece of it and lose the fact about this part, whereas the Jedi would see. So it was like this perfectly beautifully rounded out story that brought all this together. I mean, it was a little weird that Leia, an unborn child, helped turn him back to light, but whatever. But no, I mean, back in the day, I loved that, and but again, you take those elements from that stuff and they bring it and seed it back into the movies. Even if it's a crap movie.
So, speaking of crap, we've got Vincent on now, Vince McLean, the comic machine, who says he's got some bangers. So I'm
ready for some show and tell. Let's do it.
All right. So first up, Moon Knight, Mark Spector, #1. Stuff like this is hard to find. That's not like $8 million because everything is going crazy. So I picked this bad boy up for $8.
Nice.
Woo! And then speaking of Star Wars.
Hey!
Oh. How many? Yeah.
Got the whole set for $20.
$20.
$20. And this is the issue #2 is the big one because that's the first appearance of Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine. So, yeah, so that's what I picked up. Yeah, so that's they have today, Nick. They had like Judge Dredd 1 through 4 for like $60 up there. They had what is it? It's the Thunderbolts. First appearance of the Thunderbolts. They had that up there. They had a Spawn #1 direct edition up there. Spawn Batman. They had, what else do they have? They had a few other big stuff. They had the Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan. They had that up there, like issues 1 and 2. They still got a lot of really good slabs up there too. So I know you're a Spider-Man guy. So they've got like Spider-Man issue #2. Issue #3, issue #4, anywhere from like 1,200 to like 2,200. They're all low grade. They're like 0.5 or a 1.0. So they have that up there.
Dark Empire.
Okay, cool. Thank you for looking that up. Sorry. Keep going.
Did they just change ownership there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They got a new owner. Neil sold the business. So he's not the owner there anymore. They also got a lot of they've got a lot of just like Amazing Spider-Man slabs, just randoms up there. So if you're looking to get some stuff, they've got a Black Panther #1 at an 8.0. I've actually been eyeballing that because that would be a huge bump for my Black Panther #1, which is raw, and it's like a very good. It's like a 4.0 ish. But
sad I sold my 9.4.
Yeah, but I'm not looking to drop $200 on a random Black Panther #1. I'd rather get like a Rick and Morty #1 first print.
All right. So if you guys don't know Vince, and I always, when I bring Vince's name up, I have to mention his laser focus when it comes to buying books and how strict his budget is.
Oh, cool.
All right. So if
you can call me cheap. It's all right. I'm okay with being cheap.
It's not about that. I think it's more about setting a number and just
staying within your means.
Yeah, and just not falling victim to that fear of missing out that you talk about. So Vince will see a book, and I think maybe this is going a little bit extreme, but if it's $150.25, and all he wanted to spend was $150, he'll let that book go. That's how
that's
strict it is for him.
Yeah,
you got to draw a line.
Yeah, I have not drawn that line.
And meanwhile, I'm the complete opposite, where Vince says, "Hey, Caliber presents. That's a book. Is the first appearance of the Crow. I just bought one."
Wait, did you buy that one?
I bought one. Yeah,
Eva?
the 8.5 I bought.
Oh my god!
Literally 15 minutes ago on stream, we watched him purchase it.
What is the matter with you, bro? Jesus Christ!
There's nothing wrong with him.
Let me get a job doing what you're doing, man. I'll learn. Let me get up in your pay scale. Yeah, damn. Yeah, so I'm thinking
I need to beg you to help me get on that Skeff auction.
Look, I don't know. Okay, all right. I don't know what is going on with that. I've tried to bring it up in our group chat, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I think apparently, from what it seems like, is the Whatnot auction and the app seems to work real smoothly. And there's a lot less hiccups and room for missing bids and having issues where people try to bid, but it's already done, or all those type of YouTube auction hiccups that we all deal with.
Yeah, end lines dropping and then people trying to bid, the lag and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like also the app is pretty dedicated to where if people are purchasing stuff on there, they already have like their address and information and everything. So when they make the purchase and you get the purchase for it, it automatically generates a shipping label so that the seller can print it off and immediately do it right there after that. Mm-hmm. So like people like Andy and Skeff, that works really well. I don't have a printer. I don't have a printer. I've had a printer back in the day, but also I signed up because you have to apply to be able to do live auctions. And I don't have an eBay page or anything to show quote unquote history or anything. And I applied for it a month or two ago, and I haven't gotten any approval for any selling or anything like that. So I'm just all right, well, I guess they don't want to generate more people. So
can I explain that to you real fast? Yeah. All right. So I was watching an interview with the creators of Whatnot, and they are hurting because they grew too fast and they don't have the server room. So they don't have enough. They literally they're an application, so they don't have the infrastructure, and they were not prepared because they started reaching out to cards, pops, comics, just collectibles in general, and they grew big fast.
Yeah.
And the reason that they might not reach out to you for 6 months is that they're not reaching out to anybody. They have, if you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yep, but I literally I'm live chatted into the stream, and I was like, "So you guys need more servers?" And the guy looked at me and he's like, "Yeah, we're."
They should almost communicate that though, because I know this is a common complaint that I've heard from multiple people who've been trying to do that.
Yeah,
their app crashes too because of it, just like Pokemon Go. That's what tanked Pokemon Go was server space.
Well, I understand that. Being I'm actually in the cloud communication business, so I understand that what happens when you don't have enough server capacity and everything else, and you don't have the ability to flex.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if they could at least send an email out stating, "Hey, at this time, this is what's going on. Expect longer application."
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. Just throw out a send all email to all of your people that are requested on there. That's or fair. Associated. An
auto reply.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to.
They're trying. They don't have the employees. They don't have the infrastructure. They're kind of floundering, even though they have a great concept and a great idea.
So even with all that, I would still okay, here I need to pull up my online library and see how many comics I actually have again now. But even still, with the amount of comics I have, there's still some things that I would be okay selling. So I've only got 365 comics in the collection right now. So But
laser focus, Rob.
I got more slabs than that.
Here, I'll share so you guys can see.
I'm at 2K right now. I just hit 2K comics.
Okay, so this is what my collection looks like, though. So, I have some stuff in here that I would definitely be okay with parting with and putting up for auction. I do have some of that. And with the fact that, specifically Skeff, that's who we were doing the auction on, he's very focused on doing the whatnot stuff. It just seems like it's more streamlined for him specifically to be able to put all of his stuff out and whatnot. So I don't see it being something that he's going to be wanting to try to put together anytime soon, which is a shame because it was a lot of fun. Like I would probably say, outside of like maybe like a very Gary and the 3 Men in the Basement auctions or whatever, I would say that like we had some major turnouts. We had like hundreds of people showing up to watch and participate.
Really? Cool.
And it was a lot of fun. And
I do YouTube auctions as well, but we get like 30 people.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I sold shit. I think I walked away with at least like $1,000 one time. And I've held on to all of that in my PayPal, buying new stuff, holding on for a submission that I'm going to end up doing with CBCS here soon. Once I get my my email saying I can send off to the presser and stuff like that. But yeah, I would definitely do another auction, put some stuff up, but it just doesn't seem like that's something they're wanting to do right now because of whatnot.
Correct. Yeah. A lot of like the bigger sellers they're making so much, they're turning over so much volume and whatnot because it's just bam, 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 that the other, like the IG community, Instagram community, the YouTube community is kind of being like left on the back burners.
Yeah.
And
so
then the market's kind of cooling anyways. So
it is. And if I wanted to, I would put a few things up on IG, make a post and be like, hey, this is going to be for sale, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like, I don't know. I haven't done that before. So I don't know. Do you guys actually get a lot of bites and a lot of people wanting to purchase?
I haven't had a single bite on Instagram.
Really?
Right. So
I don't sell. So, I mean,
I sell strictly through Instagram.
Although I was thinking about starting to sell through Instagram a little bit, just a few pieces. First, I got to do my mystery boxes, and then I'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, Vincent, let me describe what I do. I have completely photographed all 2,000 of my comics, and I put them into a photo album. And I have the link in my profile for people to go to the photo album, and they just go through kind of like with what you're showing us right now.
Right.
And they go through and they message me what they want. And
I mean, shit, it could be the same thing. You just put up your, like, I use CLZ, so I could just put the link to my CLZ library, put it in there, be like, hey, if you're interested in something, here, give me an offer, kind of thing. But
let me know. I could show you condition and yada yada.
But I'm like real particular with my comics and what I want to keep and what I want to sell. So it's not.
Wait, go back up. Sorry.
It's not something
Batman,
that's like a major dealio.
The 0 year. What issue is that? Right to the left. One more to the left. That one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. I know there's a significance to that book.
Number 21. And this was the first appearance of.
I think it has to do with the signal, right? Am I not mistaken?
Hold on.
Yeah, I think so. I have that. I think I have that in a 9.8 or something.
No, I forget. Are you talking about? Is it this one? No.
Sorry, that just caught my eye. But going back to what you're saying, Vincent, it sounds like you're extremely disciplined.
Yeah, it's
like
number 21.
Organized.
It's
21.
It's volume 2, number 21.
Okay.
I have a 9.8 slabbed.
Okay, and is it Signal?
It's first appearance of Duke Thomas, who eventually becomes the Signal.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good book to have.
Yeah. I'm very patient and I can wait to pick up books. I don't have that. I need to buy it now unless it's like meets my personal criteria for rarity, scarcity, the price, the condition, and if I have the funds to purchase it right then and now, or can I wait a few days or a week or 2 months or whatever. Like I'm very meticulous when it comes to that, and just playing the long game with comic book hunting. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I've had 500 comic books at one time in my collection. Maybe I might have, like when I really first started out and, doing like the mystery mail calls and all that kind of stuff. So I could get like, get inventory kind of thing. And then once I got the inventory, then I started to really focus on which books and which keys I specifically wanted to have. One, because of I either like the cover or I like the character. And also, more importantly, the significance in first appearance and what the value potentially could be long term the more I held on to it. And that's so fair. Once I started figuring that out, then I started trading with local shops, be like, hey, I have these, I'm willing to trade. What are you going to give me? And then he'd be like, I'll give you this. I'm like, all right, let me go see what I can find. And then, I trade 20, 30 books and I walk away with 1, 2, 3, 4, but I just upped my value exponentially. So,
well, yeah, if you put in the time and the research and the knowledge, like you're gonna progress in that sense. Jeez, man.
I think I have 300 Berserker books.
Yeah, I'm looking through. I saw so many Berserker books. You have the JP Leon one as well, the 1 in 25 for number 1. That was like one of the right on the right side, far right, underneath. Yep, that one.
God, do you have enough Berserker books? Jesus, man.
He didn't know which cover was going to be big, so he bought them all.
Yep, I just told him, give him. I want to see, and this was the By the Horns that you were talking about this morning.
It's like Venom 25 through 30.
See, like that's part of the problem that I have. So like, I don't even want to buy a second copy of a book, or if I'm going hunting, and like I already had the book, why would I pick up a second copy? I've already paid the money for the one. Why am I going to waste more money for the second book? Unless I'm actually going to sell it or flip it or trade it or whatever. But it just doesn't make sense in my brain. Like if I already have it, why do I need to get another one?
Yeah, and it's the same interiors. I mean, I totally agree.
Yeah.
With you.
And so like that's the reason why I don't get like it really has to depend on what the book is and like why is it going to be super awesome, So like with specifically like Spawn, the new Spawn series that are coming out, like depending on what the cover is for the Gunslinger, I might get a second copy depending on the artist or the cover, but other than that, I'm just going to be a cover A, one book kind of guy always for the most part.
And that's the reason that you have 300 comics.
Speaking of 300 of one issue, hey Scott, I can't hear you.
Welcome back. You're back from the post office, right? Oh, Department of Truth. Still can't hear you, Scott.
It's better this way. I like him like this.
Damn.
Hey, Vince, do you know that other shop, that Louisville shop?
White cover.
The owner for that guy, how big of a deal he is in the community?
Wait, you talking about the Cards and Comics place?
Yep.
What about him?
The owner of that shop is the guy who brokered the Nick Cage comic deal.
Really?
He was number 11 on the CGC charter for dealers.
For you talking about the Action Comics, Nick Cage, $1 million. He's the one that brokered that.
He's got them up for sale now on his eBay page.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's a big hit, pretty heavy hitter.
Do you manually input these?
Yeah, I took the time and I.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you not use an online catalog?
I do not.
So
CLZ is the best.
CLZ is the best. It's free. You don't have to pay for squat. You can customize everything that you want, however you want. It's really easy. You can scan barcodes. You can search manually. It's great.
I do pay for it, but that's just because I use it on both my mobile app and the web version.
Right. So,
What's
but
the one
it's
that
really
Nick's
good.
showing us right now?
This is CLZ.
Yes.
Oh, it is
so
CLZ.
It's very
okay.
customizable.
I'm 100% on board. And I'll
He's
put the time to
using
do it.
the desktop version. It looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was upset. I didn't pay for the mobile version, but I think next time I'm going to.
I pay for a combo, so I get the cloud version along with the mobile, as opposed. So I don't have to have. I can get it access it from any computer, whatnot. But I love it.
That owner for the Cards and Comics, that dude's, I don't know. I don't know. I get a not a weird vibe, just like, I don't know, some type of vibe. But the dude at the register when we were there, the guy with the blonde hair or whatever,
yeah, Matt.
I liked him a lot. He was cool.
Yeah. No, everybody who works there, I really like. I go into there maybe twice a week just to I have a little mini pull list there.
Right.
And they're all real cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice shop over there. I do enjoy that shop, being able to see the wall books. Like the stuff they have behind the register is more intriguing because that's more, for the most part, in a reasonable price range that I would be going for.
Nice. First Red Hood or
But
Red X.
But yeah,
floor.
I want them to get their back issue bin boxes cataloged a bit better, because it is just random. Like,
I agree. But they have since, like, some of the stuff that's on the wall right now is just berserk.
Yeah,
berserk. Like, Rob, they have a lot of Golden Age stuff that you would probably drool over.
Yeah.
Eric, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Let me mute him.
Fucking A.
Wow, we collect a lot of the same books, Nick, in terms of indies.
So what I love about CLZ is on my slabs, all the ones that are signed slabs, I'll take a photo of that and I upload that photo as the thumbnail instead of the stock photo. That way I can see the slab with all the signatures and stuff on it from in here.
Okay, cool.
Although I don't do the regular slabs, just the signed ones.
I'm just digging the
I know you guys keep talking about CLZ, but Comic Base is still what I use.
Yeah, for me that one was just a little confusing.
Well, I know it's too expensive for you, Mr. $49.
No, that wasn't expensive. It was just confusing. And it wasn't.
I think it goes back to whatever you're used to.
Yeah,
I've been using Comic Base for 20 years, so.
I kind of like the integration into the Go Collect. Although I wish they had an integration into Key Collector or something to automatically bring in the keys. That would be a nice upgrade.
Yeah. See, when I go hunting, like I'm not looking at my CLZ. I actually have my wish list through the Go Collect, and then if it doesn't tell me the specific significance of the book I'm looking for, then I'll hop onto the Key Collector real quick and see if they actually have anything on there. But I'm definitely not looking at Key Collector for the price roundabouts. I'll tell you that.
No.
God, that is so shit. They need to fix that. Oh my God, it makes
they can just stay in their lane and do one thing. But I mean, I think that's where it's nice if some of these guys, when they start to integrate and start to do, kind of cross-functionally. Key Collector does the keys really great, but Go Collect does a pretty decent job of monitoring the market. And giving losers there, and
it definitely gives you a better estimate. It gives you a better roundabout of what the book might be priced at, so that when you go onto eBay or wherever else to look for the price, you're like, okay, this is kind of where I'm looking at, so I have an idea of what I want to go for price versus quality.
And I do like the modeler when I go into it, because I do pay for it, where I can go into the modeler. Because when I'm looking at some of these older books where there's just 20 or 30 on census period, and they the last sales like 8 years ago, going into the modeler and stuff and being able to collect some information, have it kind of project out a range or something is somewhat helpful.
Yeah. Nick, you need to trade up, bro. You got too many comics.
Hey man, I got some younger members if you want it.
How many you got, Nick?
I think it's close to 4,000 now.
He doesn't have too many. He's good.
But this is I had
nice
900 in November.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it can go crazy. I mean I've exploded more recently, but you know, I'm at like 5,700 or something.
What does that sound?
But
Radiant Black is my second favorite series, right after By the Horns.
Radiant Black has been definitely. It took a big uptick. It was slow, but issue 4 just completely
issue
such
4
a
everything
shocker.
around.
It's such a change in momentum that you're like, all right, now where are we going with this?
Yep, issue 5 crushed it too, and then issue 6 is like a one shot.
Yeah, it's got a backstory on, Radiant Red.
Yep. I'm so on board. Oh, Secret Invasion, Serial, Shadecraft is awesome.
Yeah, I really like Shadecraft. Shadow Man is pretty good now too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Silk was good. I saw that you had the that Lee Bermejo Silver Surfer from
Marvel's number 6.
That was like my favorite cover of the year, but I couldn't afford it. It was like $250 everywhere it was selling.
Yeah, I didn't pay that. I think I pre-ordered it. It was like $60 at the time.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Something killing the children. All right, how many copies of all that do you have now?
No, I've got some copies of like 8, 9, like the double digits, but like the lower ones, I've got 2 number 2s. I've got one of these, one of the first prints, a couple of number 8th prints.
I'm like the biggest hater of this book. I own 0 copies.
The only one I have is the local comic book shop day foil #1, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally 100% okay with that.
Yeah,
because I think that's going for at least $100 plus.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, all right, here we go. All right, what's the rarest Spawn book you got in here? Can you beat my 240?
No, you know what? I have a slab 226, and I think that maybe, but I'm not big on Spawn.
Oh, first Gwenem.
This one. Got that graded at 9.8.
That's a hard book to get into 9.8. Jeez.
Deal.
Dang black covers.
All right, so the one book I'm looking at, maybe trying to find me a copy finally, is Scalped #1.
Scalped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
comic book.
The old Tim Truman.
It's a comic book.
Scalped #1 is Jason Aaron.
Okay.
Jason Aaron's story, and it is about a Native American crime mob on an Indian reservation.
Okay,
So
I'm
it's
interested.
it's like brutal, and it's really cool, and yeah.
You know, now,
Job
there was a
cover.
series by the same name back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Tim Truman did the art on that one.
Yeah, so just to give examples, so raw books, very fine plus, we'll just put it around there, selling for minimum $50. So just to kind of put that in perspective, you know, it's kind of like a pretty awesome book. Low
DC
prints
run?
and stuff. No, it's a Vertigo DC, yeah.
Vertigo. Okay, cool.
When did it come out?
My comic book inventory
2007.
management system. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Is it on paper?
Yeah, and I got a stylus or a pen. It's just
You doing that with your ink drop pen?
yeah.
He's right with a feather.
Yeah. My quill.
Yeah, where's your quill?
And an ink quill.
It's actually funny because we do the review of the comic books and everything, and I'll do my review and I keep it by the week, and I'll rip out my notes that I take and I just throw it into the box with it, close it, set it off to the side.
Yeah, the CLZ app is it's so useful. As soon as I found that, I was like, oh hell yeah. I don't even have to worry about.
I wish I knew about that when I was putting all the my photographs that I do. I write everything down as well.
I try when I started to do it initially, I started to pull out the old Google Sheet thing and do it, and then I real quickly realized when I started to look at it, I said, that just isn't scalable.
Yeah.
And I real quickly started looking at it, and I found the CLZ, and it was like, all right, well, that's where we're doing it then, because it was a pain initially to input all the backlog stuff because not all not everything has barcodes, or a lot of the old barcodes don't scan accurately and stuff. But once it got it in, it's phenomenal knowing at any given time when a lot of times when I'm going through stuff, it's like, oh, do I have that book or not? And I can go and look at it because my memory is not going to remember 6,000 books. It's just
exactly.
I'm too afraid they're watching me.
We are.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, did somebody say that Something Killing the Children foil is $100 book? I got that in a stack of indies, like at the house. Like, oh, I'm going to sell mine online tonight, half price.
Right? I sold mine for 40.
Yeah. So Remy, right now the very first when you look at the foil on eBay, the first thing that pops up for sponsored is a 9.8 asking for $189.
All right. Shoot. Yeah.
9.4s are going for $89.
That's what they're asking, but what does it actually sell for?
Okay. I mean, I think I paid $20 for a big stack of indie number ones a couple months ago.
A 9.8 sold on the 11th. The foil cover for $220.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I got
165
raw copies going 50 plus.
Yep.
Oh damn, I'm missing.
I sold 55 is what Mark said.
$35 tonight on eBay. Check it out.
Yeah, it'll go 40, no problem. Like I sold it instantly.
Hey, so I'm gonna leave you guys on. I gotta run to the post office to drop all these other sales off.
I'm gonna go play video games, so I'll catch you guys later too.
All right.
All right. Vincent,
later, everybody.
Remy left.
He's a cool guy.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta get doing a couple things, but yeah. There you
Feel
go.
better, Rob.
Hey, tomorrow I got my 500 subscriber giveaways happening, so that'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern.
You have to be in the chat.
No. You just have to follow the rules on the how to participate video that are outlined, and then we'll go from there. Then you have like a week to claim if you weren't in the live chat, whatever. And I'll drop those. And then tomorrow's gonna be busy because I got that, and I also have to drop I committed to dropping my mystery boxes tomorrow. So.
Oh geez, okay.
Unfortunately, I'll do like the mystery boxes. I'll drop them in the morning, and then the 500 giveaways in the afternoon, evening.
And I will post that link in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Super pen difficult. Yeah, we get some because we're giving away a bunch of books, and then some slabs and some books, and then also we got a slab from DJ Links that's gonna be given away. But so we're giving away the stack of the 2099s number ones.
That's what I want. Yeah. Awesome.
All minty fresh.
Nice. I will support your channel, but I have no interest in the giveaway.
Batman 92 and a 9.8.
It's still a
1 in 25.
That's a great book.
First Cloak and Dagger.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
First Null signed.
I am now re-interested in the giveaways.
I retract all previous statements.
I don't give away garbage, man. And then of course,
here's my last slab.
You got Flintstones. All right. No, you made that very apparent during C3. So.
Oh, my last slab I opened up. Well, this was you'd appreciate this one. Some old Mystery in Space.
Ooh.
First, we got Adam Strange takes over the title.
Yeah. I've got that one. What grade's that one in?
It's a 3.0, but it is a beautiful 3.0.
Hey, it looks
Nick,
a lot
you wanna
better
make
than
it
that.
bigger?
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, mine's pretty poor.
Make it big, buddy. Do your job, host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now you can leave, Nick.
Just have it on Rob, and we'll just do show and tell.
So it's
Just have Rob go through his whole collection real quick. Go ahead, Rob.
wait, that all you have to do is go to the Slab Hub series playlist.
Yeah, there you go.
This Flintstone, this has never been pressed. It's a 3.0 as well, but it's pretty. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's going to press. I don't know how high it's going to press up, but.
All right, how much you want for it?
No, this is one of my spec books.
That's why I just
highly undervalued. First appearance of the Flintstones.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is you call it a spec book, but you're not selling it.
All right.
Well, you can't sell it until it breaks like 5 figures.
That's
I will. I will trade you a foil. Something is going.
That's why I cracked my Submariner and had it pressed and went up
I
from a
have
7 to a
this
7.5.
magazine here that I'll trade you for.
I'll tell you what, I got the most valuable comic book from this week that I'll trade for it.
What you got?
Garbage. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Oh yeah. Urban Legend got one of those.
I don't get the sales of it. Like, I understand that like it's an issue 6 of a series that was like $8 and people jumped off at like issue 3. But like a lot of shops have it. Like it's not like super like intense or anything.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But it's also the reason that Nick is going to the PO box or to the post office to ship out his
there you go, Scott. Just for you.
9.4.
Nice.
I also got a 9.6, but the 9.6 is staying.
Yeah, my 9.6 is off. Should be coming back shortly from second signing. It already has a Clayton Crane, and it was off getting a Bagley signature on it as well. But
Here's an interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
You guys ever see these mailers? These flip and ships?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
First time I seen them, I got a book in one, and they brown bagged the book.
Huh.
Wow. That's somebody took.
With a nice little thank you sticker on it. I've never seen anybody take quite that much care in shipping a single book that's not very valuable.
Did you put a nice sandwich in there? They put a nice sandwich.
It's like a $2 book.
Have you checked the book yet? Did they actually send it?
Yeah, is it just
a lot of fine packaging there for a lot of nothing.
All right, we got a bid on your foil.
That's a good start.
$3.
That's about what I paid for it, apparently.
35 is reasonable, unfortunately, but like Something Is Killing the Children is like the anomaly of the indie industry.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I'll address that when I interview John Cena.
Oh yeah.
I think all of these moderns that are blowing up is just crazy. It's amazing to see, actually.
Yeah, because like first appearances don't really matter in indie books. That's just my opinion. Unless it's like a 300, like if it's Spawn, you can't keep track of all the Spawn books, so you have to like label, or Invincible.
I think it's just the old, like, from the 90s. I just always assumed anything new comic wise that was coming out just wouldn't, equal up to anything big.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then now it's like every week they have something else that just blows up. It's like, oh shit.
I'm official.
And it gets hot and then it cools off. It always settles. Like it settles rapidly too.
All right, and Remy, I think you have to accept the bid quickly because
Oh my
it's
God.
going.
I see this going down.
Yeah,
This is
it's
terrible.
going down. Some are going down.
That's terrible. For $2, I think I'll read it. That's the thing. At that point, I'll just read
Last
it.
OA.
At $2, tear it up and have some fun with it.
Yeah, there you go, whack hack.
Where from?
Norm
Oh, wow.
Brave Vogel.
Okay.
That's awesome.
from Spector, 3rd series.
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
Hey, show that bunny mask art.
It's not showing up till tomorrow. Fuck, at least I hope it shows up. I already sent him a second check.
All right, we have the hammer dropped at 225. That's it. I think that includes shipping. So
Shipping.
send it out to Georgia, and he'll send pennies.
The gas to pick up a free priority box would cost more.
Why do you go pick it up? Why don't you have it just delivered to your house for free?
Yeah, Nick was telling me about that the other day. I don't know this stuff. I don't catalog books.
It's free supplies. They
Terrible.
deliver it into your mail, man. You get yourself to 25 of them.
Yeah, but then they're gonna know. Then they're gonna know it's me that's sending it out. What happens if they're watching me?
Well, they probably are. It is.
Joe, back me up. They're watching us.
They're literally watching you on your phone.
No, Joe's gone. See, he's already bugged out. I need to leave right now. Joe's
Hey,
gone.
Remy, here's how you can tell if they're watching you. Are they a subscriber on your YouTube?
Oh, shoot.
Not with that.
You didn't see they showed up and forcefully removed Joe from his house.
They black bagged him.
All of your bases. I find it hilarious that a guy who's in his carport half naked is worried about somebody looking at him.
Tyler comes in $2 in quarters.
I got 4 rolls of pennies coming at you. And one of those rolls is short.
You gotta count them all. All right, I'm gonna take a quick run to the USPS, and I'll come back.
Cool. I'll check back in later.
All right, Rob. And there was 2.
So you can always tell when you buy books from somebody who's not a book person because they get shipped in the oddest packages.
Yeah, there's no.
This guy didn't do too bad.
Uh-huh.
It's like he was wrapping a slab of meat, though.
You get your salami out of there.
Anybody a Jimmy Olsen fan?
Jimmy Olsen. I wouldn't say. How many books were in there?
I don't know, a dozen.
Okay, yeah. Wrapped with the meat wrapper.
11. I'm actually I'm trying to do videos a little differently.
Okay.
Instead of doing like opening videos, I'm actually opening them and kind of prepping them and processing them, and then I'm just going to record showing them.
Yeah, I would really like to believe this.
Yeah, John Jang just joined into our
because I'm looking for one of those foil Darth Vader covers. I think that was one on my list for the C2E2. So if it's John, please just DM me how I can get in contact with you, and I'd really like that signed sketch, please.
What else do you have? More Jimmy Olsen. Mark says that he's a Kirby era Olsen fan. And then Mark also said, I do not accept books through the mail unless they're shipped in pizza boxes.
I like pizza boxes.
There's a...
You got this one yet, Mark? I don't know why I bought this one. I think it's Burke told me to.
I saw one shipment that came in a cereal box. He said, yeah, he does.
Yeah, I literally had one show up in a pizza box.
Jeez. I mean, it's cardboard, but at the same time, like...
You know what the funny thing is? I actually thought you had like some kind of subscription pizza service that you were testing out.
That would be an interesting subscription.
I mean, how could you go wrong with that? All right, I dropped everything because John Jang joined, but I'm really running to the post office now.
I really hoped it was John Jang. That would be awesome. First appearance of Darkseid cameo is what Mark said.
Free energy first at Darkseid. Yeah. Oh, I mean to show this to Scott, actually. This is Ultimate Fantastic.
Ultimate Fantastic?
Yeah. Number 4, issue 4. I picked this up in an auction for a couple of bucks. It wasn't too bad. I like the artwork in it. It's really cool.
You can never have enough original artwork.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually.
You can always buy another binder to stick it in.
That's right.
I actually bought some of those like video frames, IP frames that you can email pictures to.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly starting to what the hell? Don Rickles.
Oh, nice.
The happy surprise.
Just a headshot on the front.
Headshot of Don Rickles on the. But I'm slowly starting to catalog all these original art and just have them display on these picture frames in the house, since I can't obviously hang all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So that way, at least when I look over, I might be able to see a new picture or something that's in the binder.
So do you plan on opening like a museum or something over there, or?
No, but I actually was approached by local university about they've got a display that they have, a seasonal display in one of their buildings.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And they always try and line up 3 or 4 years ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's something that may happen, but
that'd be cool.
Otherwise, I'll just keep filling binders.
Nice.
Just like all this bunny masks coming in. I don't know what I'm going to get framed out of that, if any of it.
Yeah.
Bunny mask is so cool.
Is that original art or just comics?
Yeah, the original art from the series. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Probably just that. I don't know. The page 1 doesn't have bunny in it, but that's kind of like the ultimate page where she gets her teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
That we know of. We don't even know if she's bunny.
Well, yeah, true.
Because that could be a really big page. I'm excited. I really, I don't know. It just like I read Bunny Mask. My shop always has like a raw copy that, like in the front, that you could read. So when I go to my LCS, it takes like 4 hours because I read a bunch of books and then I buy a bunch of books. And Bunny Mask is one of those where like I'm like walking around like afterwards, like what did I just read? And it like takes a while to it takes a while to set in. And I'm just like, that was really immersive. Like I was literally transported to the whatever, like I don't know. That's what I like about comic books. It sends me somewhere else, and I'm standing in a building just reading a book. So
there's definitely a lot of what the fuck moments in Bunny Mask.
Yeah, and the voice in the head, and I'm on board, and I really hope that it comes in for a nice landing. Because I have no idea. Like I predicted something and it was completely wrong.
Yeah, that's where comic books can kind of let you down. They'll start off with this really epic story, and then they end it all in a couple of panels, and you feel cheated sometimes. It's like,
yeah, yep.
You spent all this time setting up, and everything got answered because somebody woke up, or it was all a holodeck. You know, the holodeck effect is what we call it over at Blackbeard Fashion. It's like,
that's a fair point.
Oh, any big plans this weekend?
Yeah, I volunteered to help out with my LCS, so I'm gonna be literally staying there the entire day, helping with Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing there and probably pick up whatever the leftovers are.
Nice. I walked up to the manager of the shop that I frequent, and I go, hey, so I have like this long list. What should I trim my list down to of the books that I want for Free Comic Book Day? And he's like, well, how many you have? I was like, well, I have 14. And he's like, I got you. I'm like, wow, thanks, man. So he's literally gonna give me everything that I want, and I was gonna help.
Yeah,
out
I mean, I just messaged my LCS and told them the 3 books I wanted since I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We'll toss them in your box.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
You know, I didn't say I wanted one of everything like you did, but
yeah, well, I limited this. Like, I'm not picking up some of the. I'm not picking up. Let's see. The only thing that's not indie is I want both the Star Wars. It's just a bunch of indie stuff. Mostly video game things, like Assassin's Creed. There's just so many good books. It's just a great time to read. Free Energy said, my LCS gave us a free online order package of over 20 Free Comic Book Day titles. That's awesome.
yeah, I don't even know what's all is coming out. So I told them if there was something else that they thought I'd like or was, you know, in my purview of purchasing to toss it in for me. And they're like, yeah, we got you.
That's cool that you have like a personal relationship where they know, oh yeah, he buys these. Because there's a database that they have. You're like, I imagine you have an account with them and get like a discount.
I'm sorry, you imagine what?
That you have an account with them and they have an accounting of what you buy.
Yeah, they're set up through Comic Hub.
Okay, yeah, then they do. They know what you buy.
Yeah, because I know there's some of those in Canada, and there's some of them in like the North Central U.S. They're not kind of all over the country, but it seems to be a pretty decent setup that they have.
Yeah, Comic Hub is a decent app.
So yeah, they've got a record of everything, and you message straight through the app to them. And I actually had to show them; they didn't know that existed.
I know. Same with mine. I literally sent him a message. It took him like a month to get it. I was like, "Did you get my message?" He goes, "You can send messages in the app."
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They're like, "No, I check all the email myself." I'm like, "Well, I don't know if it was really an email."
Yeah, no, it was.
I think it was more of like a DM.
Yep.
So, but now they're on top of it. Now that they know that exists, and it kind of makes me wonder how many others they missed.
Right? Because you're the first one to bring it up. But yeah, I only go to one LCS now. There's so many scammy ones around me, and I don't know whether to like hold that against them or not, or I don't know. I found a good one, Diamond in the Rough, and I'm 100% on board with supporting them to the point of where I'll dedicate an entire day to help them out on Free Comic Book Day.
All right. Another.
Oh yeah.
Pick up second print, which I didn't even know there was any of those titles that went to second print.
Right. I'm gonna head to the bathroom real fast.
Open the brown bag, see what's in it. You know, I guess it literally is a brown bag they just folded over. And issue 52, second print.
All right. So, Scott, do you have a bunch of copies of a single book?
Yeah.
I was trying to do a video where I was going to do it like infomercial style, and I wanted to like basically post up a bunch of books, and it would be just the same book over and over again, and I'd be like walking down a hallway. I don't know if that's anything. I'm trying to find somebody who has a bunch of the same books that I would like pay for shipping both ways, obviously. But if that's anything that you'd be interested in, I'd really appreciate it, to be honest.
Actually, that would be easy. Just go to your local LCS and give them a quarter for all their Turok #1 fold.
Hey, watch it.
I can't.
That's actually in my top 10 list of copies I have, the comics I have the most copies of.
Okay, got you.
I actually did a video the other day, and that's what it was. The top 10 books I have the most copies of.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch that video then.
So, but yeah, I've got 102 at least 102 copies of one book.
Okay.
And then there's another book I've got over 100 or 100 on the nose, I think.
Nice.
But yeah, the kind of spoof would be like the Turok #1 because there's so many of them.
And let's see, I've got at least 30 of those.
Okay.
30's a good book.
I think the most of a single book I have is 3.
There's about 70-ish, 77, I think maybe, that I've got at least 10 copies of.
Okay. What about you, Joe?
I have when Captain America relaunched and they did all the variant covers for it.
Mm-hmm.
So technically they're different books, but it's the same book. I think I got 10.
Okay.
And then I read it and I didn't want any of it.
Oh no.
Like, this is not even Captain America.
My chance to show. I knew I was saving those 10-cent Superman for something.
God. So yeah. Oh Lord.
I've got 62 copies, at least 62 copies of Unity Zero.
Unity Zero.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what that is.
It was one of the Valiant crossover from the early 90s. Right when Valiant started to suck.
Yeah, things kind of started getting
Yeah. I mean, everything was good up until then. And even through that Unity series, it was pretty decent. But then, when that Unity series was over, Valiant, well, I think kind of the whole comic industry at that point just started to tank.
I remember walking into a comic book store in the 90s when foil covers were just everything was foil cover. And you walk in there, and if the light came in through the front, you would literally be blinded. You would open up, and it was like a laser beam hitting you in the face. Oh my God! Shiny.
At about 5 o'clock each afternoon, you walk into the solar beam of the comic book shop as all the foil and gloss covers. And then the embossed covers hit you at different angles as you're walking through the shop.
Yeah. It was crazy. It looked more like a disco ball going off in there than it did a comic book store.
Everything's holographic.
That was crazy.
We have Clayton Crane in the private chat messaging us. And John Jang. I don't know who it is. Obviously, it's one of the friends.
Yeah, I don't have access to the back end, so I'm not able to.
No worries. I mean, we got to wait for Nick to come back.
We got to wait till Nick comes back.
Figure out who our next guest, What
if
artist
it was the actual Clayton Crane, like that? Some major comic book star is just like, really, I gotta wait.
that'd be so wild. Just be like,
so
just
bad.
be like, yeah, you can't come in here.
Sound like a retail clerk, sorry, you're gonna have to wait for the manager. Like, sorry.
Here is my Something is Killing the Turtles.
Oh, nice.
That's going to take a second. He secured it really well.
Yeah, I saw other people undoing theirs, and I was like, damn, Austin knows how to pack shit. Like,
yeah, and it's the wax paper in it. Oh, you got green signature with purple. All right.
I got the full rainbow.
That's awesome. I just went full orange because I thought it looked really
orange on the remark. And
what number?
25.
Hey! All right, I got number 20.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get one of those because when those started getting auctioned off and everything, I was a little busy.
I don't even like Something Is Killing the Children. Like, you'll hear me in every chat just be like, that book is terrible, the art's terrible, and I can't relate to the story. And yet I bought this art print.
Like, I followed the first season, and I'll catch an issue here and there of the new one when something interesting happens. But again, I didn't hate it. I did think it was a little overrated. Like,
yeah, that's very fair. I'm on the board of like, I just don't like it at all.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes that comic's done. There's not much said in it.
Correct.
And all this second volume is a retelling of a story that was told in issue 4 of the first volume. So it's like,
that's fair. Yep.
You already know this.
I've just bashed it so hard, and I feel bad because like I only collect indie comics. I have some Marvel and some DC, and that's like backwards to everybody's collections. But I couldn't get on board with that book.
Yeah, it was kind of like this jacked up anime style where the eyes of everybody were too big, and I was like, "What is going on with that chick's eyes?"
Yes. Well, anime eyes are its own kind of craze.
Yeah, right.
I picked up my first manga book today too, or yesterday.
You picked up your first what?
Manga book.
Oh.
Reading it from the left or backwards, basically. Starting from the right and going left. Put it. Oh.
Hey, Drac.
Right now, my favorite indie titles is Delta Dogs. I've been following that since issue 1.
Delta
16.
Dogs. Okay.
I love Delta Dogs. That is so good.
Delta Dawn, wasn't that a song?
Delta Dogs.
Oh.
I think Delta
Well,
Dawn
that could be a
was
song too.
Yeah.
Probably is some country song someplace. And I'm digging. I'm intrigued with this Ordinary Gods thing. That seems intriguing to me.
That's by Kyle Higgins, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear DJ Links talking about that one.
Yeah, I'm digging this. This is pretty cool. And then what was it that I picked up last week that I found interesting? Kiss came out with a new comic book, but who cares? Oh, White. I'm interested in White. Like, I know what it is, but I'm interested in how they're going to make it, the concept of his storytelling, not what it is.
Yeah, you got to read Black. White is the second.
I read Black all the way through.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought that was okay. I think this is better than Black was.
Fair enough. This is a cutesy story. Rainbow Bridge. If you have pets, it's a cool story to read. Kind of along the lines of Stray Dogs. So Clayton Crane in our private chat said, really love James Tynion and his storytelling on Something Is Killing the Children. Really ambitious to include such harsh killings with children in an indie comic. And that opens the door to more brutal books. And that's fair. Like Red Room is like the most savage book I've ever read in my life.
Philadelphia. Yeah, John's Comics with Kids. Philadelphia was good. I enjoyed that, but for some reason my LCS just stopped getting it after like issue 4, and I don't like chasing down comic books. I don't have time for that. But that was a good one too.
I haven't been watching the actual chat. Digger Jim, I agree. I had John actually run through Philadelphia for me. He gave me like a synopsis to catch me up to the entire thing. It was really nice of him. Oh, heck yeah. That's a cool sticker. I heard
From Roscoe.
Man, Stan Lee, books that he signed, they're like going for like a weird premium right now. But like Stan signed everything.
Yeah.
Like,
little thank you note from Roscoe.
That's cool.
Well, that's cool with his own little sketch on there.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, welcome to our show. We're just currently discussing.
Hey, you know what's really cool is that all these fantastic artists have been popping in and out all day. Like
I know,
before,
John
we had
Jang.
John Jang. Now we've got Clayton Crane. Clayton, I appreciated meeting you that one time, but I'm gonna need some books signed. So if you want to, just drop your stuff in there. And we'll
Let's see.
I really like the Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, Clayton, can I get you to re-sign this book? I would actually like the rainbow signature.
That would really be nice.
Instead of the blue one. I do like the blue.
Yeah, Nick, did you see the rainbow?
Hold on.
Yeah, he's got like the coolest signature on it.
So how'd you get that?
Asked for it. I tipped the artist. Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you tip.
I didn't know that was an option, Austin.
Yeah, I didn't get any preferential treatment because I bartered on the price.
So I'm gonna.
All you gotta do is ask.
Yeah. All right, Clayton, what's the deal? So I tell you what the difference is when you're shipping stuff as an eBay seller when you're younger and when you're an old fart now. Back then, I wanted to save money where I could, and now I don't care what I'm paying as long as I can get in and out of the post office.
Ready? Yes, I'm that way too. I hate just hanging out in there.
Heck yeah. Dracula, I'm gonna send you a list. It's a list of my top 25 indies. I sent it to John not too long ago. I need to re-up it and then send it. So look for a message from me. I'll just send it on Instagram. I assume Drac has Instagram, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. And then it's all I collect is indies. He was saying that he read Parasomnia. It's a trip. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've got the first 2 issues of that. I'm not really digging it so far.
No, that's perfectly fine. It's like a dual narrative storytelling, and I find it interesting how they're doing it.
There's almost 3 different storylines going on.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And then I do like how he does the covers, how they're flip covers.
Yep. They almost look better upside down.
Yeah. And that's Andrea turned me on. Well, he told me everything he was working on right now, so I had to go back and pick up the last series. I had to order it. The New York Killer.
Maniac of New York.
Yes,
Yeah.
Maniac of New York. I had to order that. So I'm waiting on it to come in, and I hopped in on this Parasomnia.
I think Lucky Devil that just came out by Dark Horse is really good. That was last week. I agree with everybody's on Nice House on the Lake. That is just such a you need to have that map though of what the characters are. Plus die. Okay, so John's saying Shadecraft. Totally agree. Shadow Doctor. Layla Starr is amazing. Absolutely amazing is Layla Starr. And then Die. I have the trade paperback of Die. I haven't read it yet.
So, spoiler alert, this may be what the Moon Knight costume is looking like for the TV show.
Looks more like Ragman than it does.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of that the villain from Ant-Man 2.
Oh, the ghost. Yeah.
Looks like a mummy.
Which would fit into the Egyptian part of it, but yeah.
Huh.
And we have another appearance by Clayton Crane himself. Hi, Clayton.
Hello.
Were you John Jang? Also, you know John Jang?
John was in here?
John was in here.
He's my buddy.
Oh, all right.
That's awesome.
I heard they were both looking for a Caliber Presents #1.
Were they?
I think they were.
Wow, I know somebody. I know somebody that actually has that in their hands. I'll have to talk to Mark.
Mine's on the way from Canada. I'll see it in 15 days.
A few months out, though.
Yeah.
So, Clayton, I appreciated your views on Something is Killing the Children.
I just wanted to join as soon as Nick left the first time, and Nick jumped back in to see if it was actually John.
Yeah,
no, I heard a beep. I was like, all right, it was a beep. I was like, could it really be? And I was like, did maybe Mark leave the thing for him in the other chat, and he found his way here?
Yeah, John, if you have a second, you could jump on in. I think the StreamYard link's at the top.
That would be awesome. What are you doing? Why is that so weirdly erotic?
Also, John thinks he looks like the mummy too.
My fingers?
Glad I'm not alone.
He is kind of whack.
Just a little bit. I thought the avatar might make you think maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. I forgot how fun this could be. Let's see.
Changing people's names.
Yes.
Poor Scott.
Never hold on to a book for a long time.
Scott's selling. Scott, when am I getting my my books?
I'm working on it.
Oh, jeez.
I'm actually being cheap, and I'm combining your you and Lee's care package from being on 7.5 questions with your C3 shipment. So you're going to get a big thick box full of your C3 stuff plus your care package. So
awesome. Well, thank you. I didn't know we were getting a care package too.
You're getting a care package.
That was a fun.
But I'm making you send Lee's to him because I'm not picking up the bill for Australia.
Yeah, I always I'll invoice you when I send it.
If there's one thing Tyler likes is a big thick package.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a nice package.
He likes receiving a big thick package.
Right at my front door.
I was talking to Jimmy last night about the whole Hulk penis thing and how hard he went. Well, I guess pun is intended. How hard he went at Gary B again.
That was great. Jerry B seemed to enjoy it too.
Steve Birkland.
Steve's coming in here?
He may. I think that's what Clayton Crane said.
I just want a thing from him.
I love how
you know that.
I love how you asked where the box was already.
I haven't even looked to see if you responded. Steve's gonna hate me more than he already does.
Oh, win it again. See what happens.
Oh yeah, everyone hated you. Imagine if I won, how much they'll hate me.
All right.
We're giving away an Austin LeMay original art though on for our 1K giveaway.
Oh, nice.
So I can't win that one.
Did you watch Southern Comic Geek's video where he unboxed your slab?
No, because I had been waiting on it and I hadn't seen any thumbnail with it or anything.
Yeah, he was either yesterday or the day before.
I hadn't looked yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, he had everything memorized on what your description of all the bullshit you made up on that front of that cover was.
What do you mean? It's like Sonic and Carnage or Venom.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall at CGC when they. Oh no, was it CBCS?
It was EGS.
EGS. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall at EGS as they graded that seriously and had to like measure the ticks and the creases and.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that video.
Yeah, SCG loves popping out like 25, 30-minute videos. Does seem unfair, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I might just keep it for the person that wins, but technically you won. We'll see. I don't know, but I'll display it behind me so you can always see it.
That thing's huge.
Oops, I forgot to send it.
Burke already gave that up, unfortunately.
But all right, and as much as I would like to keep this going all day, we got 8 more minutes before I stop looking at Scott's belly.
Sounds good.
Maybe Remy Q will pop back in and we can go.
Yeah, he will. He always seems to wait to the last minute and kind of like, oh, Remy's back. Let's stay on for another 2 hours. And then
Yeah. I like doing that. Remy, come in about 5 minutes if you're there.
Just put a couple of books in the dunk tank.
Hey, so Scott, have you gotten around to pressing any of the modern books, any of the waviness out?
No. But I mean, no, unless it's real paper. Anything that's got the glossy stuff, I haven't. I pressed a couple and I've had bad results. So, and it's too hot in here to do any real experimentation. So,
okay.
Yeah, a lot of those books, if you so much as touch them with just warm hands, it smears on you. I can't imagine what it would do in a press.
Yeah, well, I've actually melted a couple.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So I, they're one step closer to their natural state.
Yeah, and I think John Romita is at CGC this week.
Oh, nice.
Doing his signings, I guess. I'm waiting on an original sketch and a remark for the ASM 36 and the Appendix 1.
I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Did you get the request or is it just like whatever?
On both of them, I've requested for the 36, I requested Spidey swinging with the city in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he'll do it. I also, because with the Authentics one, he usually just puts like a really weird Spidey face, not even like a head sketch. Show it again. So I suggest I requested anything but that.
Right.
But we'll see who comes back.
I don't buy much Marvel, but I had to pick this up.
What issue is that?
That's Miles, isn't it?
This is 29.
29.
The last panel of this, he gets a new costume. Like the whole entire book of this is him trying to find a new costume, and then the last panel they reveal it.
Well, show it to us. You're here.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see it.
Yeah, is that the one with the high tops?
Give me a. Yeah, he has high tops, but it's more of like it's almost like a tracksuit. Hold on, let me get some gloves.
They put him in a Sopranos tracksuit. That's horrible. What, is he grabbing a rubber book? What, does he think his comic book's got Corona? What,
I think Kyle's like me and was blessed with sweaty hands. So sweaty hands and black black covers don't really mix.
You just sell it.
Yeah, the character design, if you look it up online, the artist has a cool little breakdown of like what he was trying to do with it, and it looks pretty cool. I'm indifferent because I don't know. That's like being indifferent. It's the easiest route to take. You don't have to have an opinion. All right, so I have 4 minutes to open this.
I think you can make it.
We're good. I know exactly where it is. So yeah, in the previous issue, 28, he gets kind of messed up, and then his costume basically falls apart, and then he meets this guy, and he designs a new costume for him. There's like this weird thing that happens in the sewer, yada yada, and then the last we get his reveal of this. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Kind of reminds me of something, though. Who designed it for him?
I don't remember. I mean, would it be the artist on this?
No, I mean the character that did it for him. Was it Miles who made his own costume?
No, he met this. Oh well, Miles initially, made his own costume, but this new costume, he meets this guy. Here, let me pull up the other page. There's like a weird transition of how he got there. Like right here, he's like talking to this. Like there's like this weird sewer stuff going on, and then
it was the thing from It.
Yeah, and then there's like this one panel where he has like a patchwork of it, and he's like trying to piece together his whole. It's focusing more on my face.
That's some ghetto costume making there.
Yeah, I mean, throwback to like OG Spider-Man, where he was like in the wrestling ring with Macho Man.
Yeah.
And he just threw on what he had. It's a cool looking costume. I mean, they have like their sneakerhead thing. I actually jumped on Miles Morales because of this Rose Besh cover in 20.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that's nice.
So I need to go get 28 because I need to figure out. I'm invested in the story. Like I said, I don't read Marvel. I read Star Wars, but
it's technically Marvel.
Yeah, it's a bit of a contradiction. I live my life one contradiction at a time. Like I said, I was going to put on gloves, and then I touched the book with like this hand the whole time.
Clayton Crane left.
Oh, man.
All right, so that rounds about the time. You made good time, Kyle. Nice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I guess being a time traveler, you are pretty much in tune with it.
I'm the world's worst time traveler.
So when is the John Cena interview coming up?
I don't know. I'd like to do it next week because I finally have some time. But it's just to address all the questions that I raised in the Rock interview. I want to like actually talk about them and how I feel about them. And then I was thinking about afterwards opening up to a panel discussion where it's more of like, I mean, a lot of channels have been doing it where it's where the comic industry is right now. And like they call it the state of comics. And I think that's kind of a cool discussion everybody's been having. I've been on a couple live streams with that. But yeah, I mean, we're a community and I want to keep the conversations going, but I don't want like the reason I did the rock video is because I thought people weren't talking about the issues that I had, and without just screaming out the issues, I want to offer solutions. So that's what the John Cena thing's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a ton of Fast and Furious universe questions for him and The Rock. Maybe after this one, I mean, if we can still see John Cena,
yeah,
maybe you get them both together, and like we can address those because I have a lot of issues with that Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I didn't get past 5. I kept falling asleep during Fast 5.
5, right? Not even, just basically halfway through it. I mean, you got to keep going.
It's when they introduced the GPSs. I was so bored. They're like, turn right in 300 feet. And I'm like, okay.
No, this one in 9, they have magnets. Super strong magnets.
Okay.
Yeah, but no concept of how magnets work.
Yeah, you know, I think that franchise somehow physics class. Period.
Yeah.
Insane Clown Posse said that magnets are like aliens or something. Like,
well, they are the foremost authority. I would definitely trust what they say.
Magnets, how do they work?
Ooh. All right, Mr. Sellers Hyde. What do you have? 7.5 questions tomorrow morning?
I do not. Not till next. Every other week is when I do that. So I'm doing nothing. Hopefully recording some videos. I got a bunch of art and books I just opened and some pressing I've been doing.
Cool.
And maybe I'll crack that Flintstone slab.
It was a 3-0. It was a 3-0, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny is like I had mentioned the past couple of days, like when you see a picture of Stan Lee or something there, you hear Stan's voice. Mm-hmm. But just now when Scott is talking, I hear his intro music. So you got that.
Something's working.
You got that subliminal, you know.
It means it's time to change it up.
Wow. You would. How about you, Mr. Joe? What do you got going on?
Tonight we got Blaster Stash It Comic Review live chat. Come on in. We're going to say some good things. We're going to say some bad things. We're going to say things. Let's see here. And then keep your eyes open. Towards the end of the month, we'll launch the Thor hammer build for Ms. So's granite Thor hammer. Awesome. That will be all done. We'll have that sent out to her for being such a great supporter of the community, catching everybody's live shows, commenting, liking. She's on it, doggone it. So I'm going to give her something special. And that's, you know, other silliness, my subjective reviews of comic books.
Subjective or objective?
Flip a coin.
If it's from Dynamite, it's objective.
That's how it goes. And how about you, Remy Q? Anything going on?
Come on.
Good to know.
We'll be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, whoever's popped in and out of the chat in this past 3 hours, thank you so much. Thank you to Clayton Crane and John Jang for their special. I know their schedules are pretty stacked now, so thank you for dropping in, and we'll see you guys later. Take care, guys. Bye.